like I didn't guess that for a second there. You're like, yeah, you didn't guess that. I mean, to the end. So I guess you got it.
Make it to the end of the song. No text, wrote it all in a poem. Right to wrong, put them all in a. Let's see if you make it to the end of the song. No text, wrote it all in a poem. Right your wrongs, put them all in the song. Yeah. See if you make it to the end of the song. No text, wrote it all in the poem. Right your wrongs, put them all in the song. Yeah. Brown skin, body glittered and gold. Drunk text, said you feeling alone. Drove past just to see if you home. Yeah. Hope you play this shit when you all alone. With the text scrolling down on your phone. Signing pink, sign it over the
I'd like to welcome you to the world's fucking greatest podcast in the
world. Allegedly there's love in the air, but there's smoke in ours. Hello.
Congratulations to Rox and Kese. They tied the knot the other day.
Shout out to them. It was a beautiful event.
Beautiful wedding, beautiful nuptials.
Beautiful people. Everybody came out amazingly dressed. You know what I'm saying? No, for real, no funny. Boys were sharp, young ladies was looking good. You know what I'm saying? Grooms and their bridesmaids is who I'm talking about right now. And yeah, just had a good time.
It was a lot of good energy. It was a lot of good vibes in the building. But wedding season makes me think of a few things. I seen some things because I be looking around while I be in the spin-outs. And yesterday, I had some questions to ask over some things that I saw. So, let me take just a quick second to gather some thoughts real quick, and then I'll get to you guys. So, one is doing too much at the wedding. Doing too much, like what level of you gotta calm down do you think a person should kind of know going into a wedding? If that makes sense. Is my question resonating or not?
I was going to ask, what do you mean by doing too much?
Weddings are supposed to be fun.
For sure.
So,
and they're also not about the people that aren't the ones getting married.
Yes. But general consensus is that a wedding is sort of like a party too. Mm-hmm. So within that sense, I think it's safe to say that one knows that a wedding guest is in some way, shape, or form not responsible, but is going to be part of the fun aspect in some level. Like their behavior contributes to this event in some aspect. So whether they get a little too drunk, whether they dance too hard. I think a guest
would do the wrong things like twerking.
Exactly. Like if this is certain weddings, you probably shouldn't be twerking because the fan, the type of people here. So if you come out there joint twerk, you looking like.
I disagree.
Ooh.
I'm not talking about women twerking, but yeah.
It's got you. I don't see that.
You just said you disagree.
I'm not talking about the women though.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but if you went to a wedding and the lady or whoever's in it is just a super concern, she don't do that
or a side of the family is
over you super maybe they all think Christian, whatever. People be off of whatever vibes they are. You can kind of tell me dancing would maybe be not even doing too much, would be causing the people to feel a certain type of way that, if I wasn't, they wouldn't. Let's be real. But let's take twerking out of it. Let's get to
that was just jokes.
But let's get to the idea of who does too much? Is there a level? I think that all weddings come with like, on a scale of 1 to 10, all guests should be at a minimum of 4 and maximum of 7. That should be your doing too much range.
I was gonna say 4 to 8, but yeah.
4 to 7. You shouldn't be doing more than 7, and you shouldn't be doing less than 4. You're at a wedding. Like, be sociable, talk, you know. You don't have to dance, but you know, like, if you're gonna be around people who are dancing, you know, get up, maybe stand up, do a little, you know.
Little jig.
You know, a little something.
A little toot.
But we're all in agreement that there are levels to the what you should be doing when you come through as a whatchamacallit, right? As a guest.
I mean, I don't know, because it's just like, I feel like not everybody's doing too much is different. What I may see, you know what I'm saying? What I might see is somebody doing a lot. Somebody might be like, man, they ain't doing that much. Like, that's just who they are. But I like say one of they are, like somebody like, for instance, our good brother. You know what I'm saying? I used me for example last night because I was dancing, swung my arm out, dropped my drink on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? It was a beer too, glass broken shit. So it was just like, yeah. And then
Everybody saw it?
yeah, everybody saw that shit.
I wasn't a kid either.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh, that might be doing too much. And it wasn't out of me just being lit though. It was like I was actually just dancing. But I also could have been doing too much.
Dancing with the beer in your hand is a different type of vibe.
Yeah. So
now, if you was just like, I don't know, because I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that could be too much, you know.
Exactly.
Just from that perspective.
And then everybody was just like, hey, Mook, you good. Just go get another one. And I was just like, you sure? They was like, yeah. They was like, we got somebody come clean that shit up. You good? I was like, all right. And everybody was just like, yeah.
Well, then that's the case in point. Then the vibes were like, you're 5 or you're 6 or you're 7.
Yeah.
It wasn't too much. It was on. It was. That's why I
Because
think.
I feel like everybody, it depends on, and it also depends on what the vibes are.
That's what I'm saying.
Because everybody's vibe was just high last night.
It was it was a lot of 5, 6, 7 energy. It wasn't a lot of.
No, it was some 8s in there, man. You know? It was some 8s, it was some 9s.
But what else supposed to be?
It was
9s and 10s.
It was a 9.
Nah, see, 9s and 10 is a little bit too debaucherous because at the end of the day, someone has just gotten married still.
Somebody was
let's go.
They had 9s and 10s in there last night.
After party was a 9 and 10.
That's
I'm
different.
saying at a reception and everything following the wedding, there has to be a certain cutoff limit because if you go too hard, someone's going to ruin this day for somebody.
Bro, you only get to do this one time. Well, you can do it many times. But you only want to do it once.
You only want to do it. No, I
It's nothing like the first time.
But it's not
y'all stupid.
the reception.
Always the best.
You gotta go up.
No, I'm not saying we not going up, but I'm saying we gotta go up to an extent. Like we can't treat this shit like Woodstock.
Yeah, the extent is the maximum.
That's crazy,
If we
bro.
gotta make it to the after party, we gotta limit this.
I see.
And then once we get to the
reception
after
was the
party.
party.
Yeah, see, we went to some shit yesterday, which was lit. We went to a wedding. Did the whole, wedding ceremony, pictures, cocktail hour, dinner, reception, boom. But then they had like an after party where the bride and the groom had a little spot, and they told everybody to pull up, and really just like fuck it, keep party going. So that was a vibe. Like off some like
Niggas is pulling up with more bottles.
yeah,
all
like
that.
that's where it was
That's
getting
my-
degenerated.
yeah, that's when
and
it
that's
was
where I
getting
was
OC.
all here for it. But while you still got your tuxes on, we gotta have some limitations to the tomfoolery. I'm just saying.
Nah.
Disagree.
I think there has to be I think with tuxes on,
We gonna look sweeter going up in our tux.
that's what I'm saying.
Our regular clothes.
See, Jay, I think you misconstruing what I'm saying, my brother.
He is a little bit. I'm here
I'm
with you
not
now.
saying we not going up. I'm just saying like we not treating this shit like
This is the last night on earth.
live.
So let me ask y'all this then. Then what's the what's the limit? Well, what's the cap on? Too much.
That's
Cause I've been in some weddings. I've been in some weddings and I ain't never been to a wedding where it was like girls on the table dancing and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything was just chill and it's like, and I was always the one ahead like, dang, bro, we can't get no better music. Like, no, we gotta get this jump going.
And that's what I'm saying. Like very true. My thing is, where I'm asking, just curiosity. Where's the joint where you like, all right, like no, like they're really doing like dancing on the shorty's twerking on the table would be too much for a wedding, right? Like we can all agree.
It depends.
Look at it.
I'm with Dre on this one. It depends.
Yeah.
What is the vibe of the night? Like, cause if you got like if it's to the point where she on the table, like if they just playing like classical music, got a little house band or something in the jump, like. And it's not that lit, and you just standing on the tables going crazy because you're drunk, then yes, you're doing a lot. But if it's like one of those receptions where it's just like lights off, niggas partying, DJ cranking, you know what I'm saying? Old folks might have left by now, nigga. It's a little different. Like you might not be doing too much now.
The DJ put that "Don't Play With It" song on. What's up?
Oh, the Lola Brooke jump? Yeah.
What's up?
That's your shit?
Oh, they play that Ice Spice. She in her mood.
There's a few tracks that
Bitches love that.
They do. I hate her though.
What? Hold on. Now
No.
listen.
Yep, that's a great segue.
Now you're
Amazing segue.
Now you're going to
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have KD on the couch today. He's usually behind the camera.
make some noise.
But make some noise for the superstar, man.
Your favorite actor.
Yeah, of course. Your favorite actor.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. You're gonna disrespect Ice Spice?
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing here? Are you
fucking trash?
What?
First of all,
disrespect the female Nas like that?
like what? Okay, like what? She in her mood. Like get money. Get money too.
I'm just like, yo,
Bro, she is a baddie with her baddie friends. Like
Right.
when I see
you're gonna have to start paying some
when I see
respect,
the
right?
girls like, okay, what's the song? Munch. I can get with that.
Okay.
I'm sometimes not get much.
Nigga, too much. Hey, much a million a
I'm
third
pretty
over
sure
here,
everybody in
baby.
this room right now.
Much a million the third is
Much.
ridiculous. I need you guys to acknowledge
million the
that
third.
your man is out here wilding.
But I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of. Did he just dump one?
No.
Maybe I'm just tired of garbage artists.
You gonna stop
Getting more
stop
love than
disrespecting her like this.
really.
First of all, why is she garbage?
You
My
gonna
thing
stop
is that
disrespecting her like this.
all right, it's not.
What she does is not artistry.
Why is it
You're ridiculous.
not? I'm confused. Hold on. I've heard some of the rappers that niggas be listening to.
Listen,
I've heard some of the rappers niggas be listening to.
Well,
Y'all not about to tell me that is artistry, my
I'm about to
nigga.
say.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you what's artistry. JID.
okay,
That's artistry.
okay, like, yo, I'm not about to see. Here's the thing
How
about.
often do you listen to him?
Here's the thing that y'all.
Yeah.
Every now.
Exactly, nigga. You don't listen to him for real. You just throwing names out
Because
there
I listen to
protect
everybody.
your debate.
Yeah.
If it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. Now,
And
if I'm
that's,
in a car
and
with-
that's my point.
If I'm in a car with a girl and she tell me put the Ice Spice on, I'll put it on for her. But when I'm inside Barco and that shit come on, I just be like, come on.
But
That's
gonna
even
get-
crazier.
that's gonna get the
I would
business-
much
that's what I'm saying.
rather
I'd much rather
play it
hear
for her
that.
in the club than in my whip
Right.
with Shorty. Like, if that's the case, like, I can give her something else to play.
Right.
I just feel like it's better female rappers than Ice
For
Spice.
sure. This,
That
see,
are not on because they don't make dumbass songs.
Like who?
Chica.
girl, she always crying on Twitter. I ain't trying to hear
I
about
don't
her,
even know who that
man.
is.
So, look at Wiggins. What a pass. First of all, you're not about to play Ice Spice. This is my thing. She, like, if Soulja Boy can be around,
Who the fuck is Chica?
if fucking all these other niggas could be around who just be saying any and everything, and God knows what the fuck is going on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Why can't Ice Spice be around?
Soulja Boy and Ice Spice are the equivalent of each other. She's the female Soulja.
And Soulja Boy crank, like, some of that shit be fire. I don't understand if you make music and it's good and it makes people and people enjoy it, people like it. What's the issue?
I don't have an issue with people liking it. she's just not good to me.
Okay, I can get with that.
Because I feel like people don't see her as a rapper.
I do.
No, I'm not saying.
What do you think? What do you think?
Because I know that you deep into music.
What do you think people see her as then?
A twerk artist. A
Well-
sex symbol.
I can see that.
Okay, but like, don't people see?
Kim was a sex symbol.
Yeah.
Lil Kim could rap her motherfucking
But
ass.
see, but that's the issue though. Like,
And then nigga said that Biggie was writing her shit.
But here's the thing though, Lil Kim, I feel like Lil Kim wouldn't fit in this era.
why not? I think I
Gangsta.
what do you, yo,
Niggas don't want to hit gangsta shit.
You said who could finish her?
Lil
Lil' Kim, I
Kim.
don't think she-
Isn't
could.
that
Yes,
new
she
shorty
could.
from New York? They getting mad love who got the remix with Busta. Oh my god, what a pass. Oh my god.
Lil Kim could finish her.
Why not? Yo, I think y'all underestimate the idea that people like what they like. And I think we gotta give more credence to that.
No, I like the new drill sound. Like, I like it.
No, but I'm saying even with somebody like Ice Spice, like,
But I don't think Lil Kim fits the new. It's Lil Kim's from New York, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in New York is doing what? Drill sound. That's the sound in New York right now. Drill beat.
yeah, most
So
cats.
Lil Kim would have to fit her style. I don't think Biggie would fit into drill music.
Do Nas make drill beats?
No.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
Nas,
But we talking about
is,
niggas of their age. Like if he was
Exactly.
still alive, they would be of a different
but see,
age group.
us
Jay-Z
sitting,
not out here trying to make drill music. He's not featuring with drill artists.
but I'm saying I'm like Jim Jones.
Even Fabio
He
Foreign.
tryna-
He not even that tapped into the drill shit. His last album wasn't even that drill.
Drill music.
Yeah, probably classified as it, but if you actually listen to it,
I'm
it's
just
not
talking
that
about the
many.
sound. Like
The whole joint
Yeah.
don't
I
even
don't
sound
think
like
I don't
that.
think Favi could get on a regular beat. I don't think Favi could get on a.
You don't think that the shit he had like one of the best joints on Kanye album?
I don't think he could get on a Hit Boy beat.
That was.
But that was a drill beat.
Though.
That was a drill beat.
Okay. You said you don't think he get on the
I
Hit
don't
Boy?
think he could get on the
But
Hit
he
Boy.
did
Hit
on
Boy
Nas
song.
album.
Yeah, he did.
Which one? It had a drill sound to it though. I know
No,
what you're talking
you
about.
would-
You're talking
yeah.
about King's Disease.
King's Disease, the
But
first joint.
it had a drill sound to it.
But that's the thing, like, it wasn't a drill beat. I know I give you that it didn't sound like, it's not a classic, maybe Hit
I
Boy.
just think the
but
BPMs
you
think
know
the
what I'm
BPMs
saying?
are
Like-
based on that beat. That's what you getting with
I
the
can't.
drill beat.
Anything, I haven't heard the song, but if I'm hearing all three correctly, it just seems like the beat fitted his flow.
Yes,
that's
every
all
beat.
it does.
But what I'm saying is like,
Cause like any song he
You got
on
some
the
niggas-
beat, if you pay attention to any song he on, like they literally changed the beat for him.
Yeah,
like they
and
changed
that's
the
what I'm
entire
saying, like, if-
BPM when his verse comes
right?
on.
But I'm saying like, if you keep it regular, I don't think Favi is.
I think he could, cause if
I
you
don't
say
think he
if on his hooks they just they're regular.
Like I really don't think Ross would sound right.
The
on
Say
a
My
drill
Name
beat.
John on his last album.
It's a drill beat.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a drill beat. That whole album is drill. So when they get the Favi part, they put a drill spin onto it. It's a great song.
It is. Great album.
This is the pandemic, so people who forgot about it. But this was it.
So like
Like, I just feel as though NY niggas at this point have done themselves a disservice because
they rap too much on drill, so they don't have any versatility.
no, I think they've done themselves a disservice because they've gone way too over the edge with it. That like, first of all, it's not their sound. So like, it's niggas from Chicago. Like they're like, yo, leave that to the niggas from Chicago. And like,
Honestly, they need to get that shit
you
up
could
to the
do
niggas overseas now.
you could do some offset shit of it like that make it your own. But I think that like
What was the name of the actual song?
spicy. So I think for me it gets kind of weird when like it'll be flowing. Every time I hear him on some J. Cole shit, I'll be like, oh, you know, it's NY
I
cats.
be forgetting he from New York.
It's NY cats out here who still flow, and Boz don't do none of that drill shit at all. So you know, like you could catch even ASAP Rocky. Like
I was about to say them niggas.
But see, I feel like
Them ASAP niggas do not do drill for real.
no, they don't. But see, they came out with a Houston sound.
yeah, that whole slow.
But
I would say more so Memphis.
But like
yeah.
Rocky and Ferg, they could rap on drill shit. They could rap on anything.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But that's what I'm saying. NY. That's why
ASAP
I
nice,
feel
too.
that's why NY cats are doing themselves a disservice because a lot of NY cats who probably do this drill shit can probably do
I was
other
about to say,
shit.
Nas is the most
But-
drill one out of all of them.
But all them niggas want to do, like you say, want to make, you know, because it's more of like, yo, this is our sound type shit. And now niggas is just like, yeah, we didn't try to hear that. Because, like, yo, after you hear one drill song,
You heard them all.
I feel like I'm
Like, that's-
to the same thing.
well, that's why storytelling is important with that shit. So, like, the niggas who actually be semi-decent is niggas you like, oh, I enjoy the storytelling here.
Y'all,
I.e. King Von, for whatever it's worth. Like, the storytelling was pretty damn good. Like, and that shit is why that
I
shit
didn't
worked
like
versus
his
a lot of
music,
other
but
people.
He was definitely a very good
I didn't
storyteller.
like Von's music. I just liked the singles.
I didn't like his music, but I definitely thought he was a very good storyteller.
Yeah.
I
Like, it's
ain't
just-
gonna say I listened to his singles.
I tried to listen to his album. I was like, I can't.
I already knew I wasn't
Who?
gonna do it. King Von.
I can't. But I like the joint with Favi. That's my shit. The joint he got with Favi.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, a lot of good shit. I mean, listen, I'm big on like, yo, if it sound good, it sound
I was
good.
saying, I know Chuck plays some jams, and I was just like, "Who's this?" He was like, "This King Von." I was like,
Yeah, he got this joint with
I was like, okay.
Hardaway. Who's my man from Florida that I fuck with crazy? Ace.
Young and Ace?
Yeah, Young and Ace. He got a couple tracks with him that I am actually quite a big fan of. So I mean,
Yeah, I like Young and Ace.
I think, and that's what I'm saying. Young and Ace I think is a perfect example. Jacksonville cat who makes.
This is the first time I ever heard his name said.
Oh,
I didn't know how to say it.
I didn't even at first.
ooh, but you know, like I bangs with the idea that cat. Ooh.
GP2.
That
baby.
cats, no matter where they're at, and you know, if they could flow, they could flow. And like Young and Ace, yo, he could flow. So I'm trying to hear that shit. Like, play the Young and Ace. You know, I don't give a fuck if he from West Bubblefuck. If the shit could flow and it sound good, that's what. Once again, that's what the DMV cats had to learn. Like nobody trying to hear that run on rap. Like make some shit that people want to hear. Because if people want to hear that shit.
Well, see, I feel like DMV rappers all got the same. They got different sound, but the same flow.
Okay.
The only rapper that's from down here that don't got the same flow, outside of, I'm not gonna count Wale and Logic because they more like mainstream guys.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of Shy Glizzy, there's no Savage. Like,
You don't think his name is Uncle Jaw?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Uncle Jaw flow crazy? Like his flow randomly is
Flow not even up this
to me is like very unique in comparison to a lot of other cats around here. Like it's legitimately.
He don't even rap on the same level. He don't even rap to the same noises of the beat that other niggas rap to.
Yeah, I just
see, that's how I feel about No Savage.
I feel the way about Uncle. I feel as though I actually Chingy played some shit from him this weekend, and I was like, oh wow, like yeah, that shit is really, really it. I mean, this all goes back to the disrespect of Ice Spice, and all that comes down to is
You're ridiculous.
I disrespect her.
yes, you did. You and I.
I'm tipping my cap to her that she's selling albums and making money. I'm happy that she's doing that.
You will not disrespect the Spicers, okay?
I seen her. I think her name is on the Broccoli Fest.
Oh, I might be in there.
See what I'm saying?
I might be in there.
You know why? You know why? Because I'm in my mood.
You know,
The guy's not gonna be at the stage because they're in their mood.
like,
Yes,
huh?
She gonna be down there, like bend it down, shaking the little ass with a little.
Little
I love the
ass.
hairstyle.
Bull ass. See, you just continue
Nah,
to
that's-
disrespect her. This is what's wrong with you.
I know it's fat.
You better stop disrespecting this
I'm
young
saying
lady.
little
bro.
ass because she's 21. That's what I'm saying. Look,
She's an adult at this point.
yeah, she is, but
In
I'm
the
just saying.
age of the law. In the eyes of the law.
If I was her brother, I would feel some type of way about a bunch of guys looking at my sister's ass on Instagram.
Oh my God! What the fuck? This nigga said in the eyes of the law. God damn.
I'm still drunk from last night, please.
And she got an
Please
Android.
don't mind me.
And she got an Android. Are you serious, my brother?
She got an Android. You care about that?
Are you serious, my brother?
You with this shit.
Are you?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Searching for negative.
I'm gonna tell you why. I was recently
He's searching for negative. You were so in love with her that you had to go find a reason to dislike her, didn't you?
Everybody can see this, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get in trouble with it.
People of Earth.
Boo, if you see this, I'm not talking recent. Come on, y'all. I was talking to a girl who had an Android. It was probably the third girl I talked to that had an Android.
Okay.
It does not work out.
Okay.
Keep it count.
You got a type.
It does not work out. Bro.
So are you saying that the Android, hold on. All right, now we're gonna move on because Dre,
I'm gonna tell you what type of phone.
keep that thought because this is the second time you said something that is of great notoriety and deserves to will change the course of the topic matters. So we were talking earlier about. Not this episode, but I think an episode or two ago about certain things, in particular on a woman's keychain, that
Signifies torch.
You know, you see it, you can,
Like if you hit that joint, like you see something on her keychain, oh yeah, that thing.
you know, some of the young men said hand sanitizer.
I said mace.
Someone said mace.
That's a good one though.
See? I must say, the things I've said, I'm batting 100.
Dre, you were too
little
much.
defensive jump, the sharp jump.
Oh yeah, the little stab jump that you can they're not brass knuckles, well they can be, but it's like little pokey jumps you talking about. Yeah, that's torch too. Right there.
So with that being said, we said that and we said, all right, yo, these are clear indicators.
Mm-hmm.
So from what you just said about the Android not being working out, I need you to maybe in your mind give me a few things. 5 would be nice, but if you don't have 5, that are an indicator of you that this might not be a good woman for.
Okay, so I mean, I feel like women that got Android phones, like, they want to be cut off from life. Like, they don't want to have anything to do with anybody, anything. FaceTime, they text messages, and girls with Androids got baby father issues.
So the iPhone shawties do not have baby father
No,
issues.
they got baby father issues, but the girls with the Androids got the issues where their baby father's crazy. They stalking them. They gotta get restraining orders.
Okay.
They don't even know where they live at. Like, they gotta move to an alias spot. And that's the shit I've been having to deal with. Not recently.
Not recently. All right. So what else do you got? Like, that's it, just Android.
Yeah, that's it.
Like she can drive Altima is not a bad indicator.
She drives an Altima. That's crazy. He said that to me.
I'm just asking that those used to be indicators I heard. So like
That's crazy. He said.
What year Ultima? Newer John or older John?
John's like a 2019, so it's fairly good.
okay. So Altima and an Android, those seem to be 2 indicators currently that.
Yeah, because like those the girls that be like, yeah, I don't celebrate Christmas and I don't do Thanksgiving. It's not even about you celebrating. It's like it's not about you, motherfucker. It's about everybody else.
I feel that.
I don't know what that means.
What about women with children? Are you yay or nay?
Yeah, pretty much every female that got I don't want to say female. Every woman that has a Android definitely got a child. But see, here's the difference. The girls with the Android got 1. The girls with the iPhones got a lot.
She got OnlyFans.
Yeah, they got a lot.
All right, OnlyFans, is that a deal breaker? Like having an OnlyFans?
Hell yeah.
You're not that progressive.
If you selling your feet,
Great follow-up question. Great follow-up question. Oh my
If you selling
No one is serious today.
Like, bro.
Listen, I have on a Mr. Rogers sweater. What the fuck you think I've been here for?
I'm giving Walter Cronkite, you bitch ass niggas.
I don't have a problem with you selling feet pictures.
Okay.
But if you showing your ass to niggas on the internet, like,
Okay.
my biggest issue is why are niggas paying for OnlyFans? You got Pornhub, XXX videos.
Honestly, you could just follow. You find this young lady's Twitter.
Like you got Reddit.
And
You got Reddit.
Reddit got OnlyFans for free.
Reddit sounds. First of all, Reddit sounds a little
That's how,
vegan.
to get porn on Reddit sounds wildly, wildly,
That sounds like
wildly crazy. I'm not gonna
That's how
hold
some of
you.
these niggas getting caught up.
On the Reddit.
Yeah, they in the wrong porn categories.
Ooh.
Malik Monk.
One of the Calipari boys.
Mm-hmm. Good op.
That's about it.
So let's go through the list. Android, Ultimate,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Is there a certain
You can't have an OnlyFans if you got Android though.
You can, but it might not work for you.
That's what I'm saying.
So kids was not a deal breaker.
No, I feel like kids shouldn't. I need kids.
You tell me.
If
I dated a chick that.
If she got an Android, she's active on Snapchat.
It's more than two. Is like more than two the deal breaker.
Yeah.
What if she has like 3, but she's a really good person?
You got 3 kids by a guy.
First of all, that might not even be a guy.
Y'all not together?
That's probably.
It's probably two.
What if it's multiple
Two
guys?
guys?
It's 2
You not
guys.
with either one of them?
Nah.
What about? So hold on. You think if a man has, all right? You think if a woman has 2 baby fathers, she should be with one of them?
Why are you not with one of them?
What about a man? Would you say the same thing for a man?
Yeah.
You
So
don't
you-
want to see this no more?
So you would ask a guy
Fucking racist.
why he's not with one of his baby mothers.
Communists, ladies and gentlemen.
I would be curious to know.
So this is a general. So you think if you're with people and you're happy, you know what? Actually, I'm not mad at that take. That's not actually not as hot as a take as I think I'm trying to convince myself it is. Pretty decent take. His whole take about the idea that like if you have children with somebody, multiple people at least, why aren't you with one of them?
Yeah.
Makes sense. I don't know how ideal it is, but it does make sense.
Because I feel like women, a woman that has 3 kids, if she got 3 kids by 2 different guys, why didn't it work out with you and the second guy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's just what the right person.
Yeah, I'm saying, like niggas don't. You gotta be like,
Niggas be bad vibes,
Niggas
bro.
be bad vibes, bro. Like we also have to look within. Like
Not me though, but you know.
it's like,
I used to be. I'm working on that show, Lockhead.
Respect.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you got 3 kids by 2 different guys.
Hey man, life.
It should have worked out with the second guy.
You think so?
Yeah, the second guy should have always been the one that was supposed to work out.
No, I don't think so.
The second guy get the brunt of the bullshit. You know what I'm gonna tell you why?
What about the
Because I'm gonna tell you, the second guy get the brunt of the bullshit because the first guy ain't doing
This
shit.
nigga Shirley
So
nuts.
automatically, since the first guy didn't do shit, his not doing shit falls back on you not doing shit.
No, that's not how it usually goes.
This is
I like that.
this is going into a nasty place. I was just trying to get your top 5 thing that shorties need to. That's the deal
I think
breaker.
you just need to choose better women, Dre.
Another deal breaker.
Because I know some women that are mothers that have multiple children by multiple men.
And they good women.
They're good women.
They good women.
Got their shit together.
They got iPhones though.
Why is this iPhone Android
One does
thing
not have
such
an
a
iPhone.
big deal breaker?
One does not have an iPhone. She does not have baby father issues. But
She's single?
Yeah, but she definitely does not want to be contacted by the world at all. Like, she doesn't have Instagram, none of that shit.
He got one of those right.
Yeah, he
Because he
did.
said it's one of the other.
Yeah,
to be
he
fair.
did. But I
Why
fuck
she
with
don't
that part,
want to be
though.
contacted by the world?
She's, I don't know. I don't care, nigga.
No, I'm not saying that. You know, like you know.
Maybe she's hotter than the world.
I've never asked. You know what I'm saying?
You don't wanna. Sometimes you gotta be low.
Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Dropping the kids off. Say less.
Damn. You know what? I think the biggest thing you said on there might be the Android, brother. Like, now that I actually think about it, because some of those other things are manageable. Like, kids,
Yeah.
the Ultimate.
Yeah.
Chicks who just drive Ultimates just don't know how to drive well. That's kind of their biggest issue.
The baby father part, though.
It's
like
always
the
a
crazy baby father part.
Crazy baby fathers definitely seems like a nasty bag. I really hate that for anybody who has that in their life. Like all right, so let's talk about this. I'm curious about the crazy baby father thing. When you say crazy baby father, do you mean he's crazy towards her or he's crazy towards you?
He's crazy towards everyone involved.
Yeah, anybody that's involved with her.
Anyone's involved with her, bro.
You could be a cousin that just stopping in town to come visit.
Yeah.
You just so happen to be over there. He just think you.
Yeah. So I come pick up my kids and
Right,
you just
but you
got
like
niggas over here.
But just like damn, I ain't seen my cousin in 5 years. I was in the military.
Facts.
But he's not.
Registering anything.
Nigga on the couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Shoes off, fully dressed.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow you're naked in his mind.
Hey, y'all are foolish.
Come in, this nigga undressed.
And you just sitting at the table.
What the fuck?
You just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Drinking a bottle of water I brought.
I pray for anybody going through right now, because that is ridiculous.
I had a girl, her baby father threw a tire iron through my window. This dumbass ain't know I had cameras in the house. Sure enough. And she was in the house too. I'll never forget this. I was watching football.
Share iPhone.
Yeah.
Share the location.
I was watching
These hoes is devious.
I was watching
damn it.
I was watching the LSU and Alabama football game
It's a good game.
when they was going
Yeah.
shootout.
Mm-hmm.
Me and her, I remember that morning, I went and grabbed some Jordans.
Talking about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, came back to the crib, give me some. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't recently. But,
Let it be known, brother.
and she was like, yeah, she was like, my boyfriend keep calling. I'm not gonna say nothing in the
Your
background. I'll be
boyfriend?
quiet. Like my phone gonna be on vibrate.
Hold on, Dre.
My boyfriend keeps calling.
I guess she wasn't responding to his messages or whatever. But that ain't nothing to do with me.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, we went to get the Jordans, go to IHOP, you know what I'm saying? Go back home, turn the game on. I fall asleep. I got my uncle dog in the house because I'm dog sitting for him. And he a big ass motherfucker. He's a Rottweiler.
Okay, you actually talking about an animal. I'm glad we got to the bottom of this.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker mean too. So, pause. Watching too much camera off. Yeah. But I had a glass shatter. So me and Shorty, we jump on. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking the dog that knocked something on. I'm like, get the fuck out the kitchen. The whole time he laying down. So I go in there.
Thinking like you get the fuck out the kitchen.
I see the curtains just going back and forth. I'm like, God, what the fuck somebody done do? I see the tire iron sitting on the ground. I'm like, bro, somebody done do. I'm like, damn, somebody trying to get me.
Somebody just knocked on the door.
Now I go look on the camera. I see a black truck pulling up in the driveway, running up to the jump. I said, this your boyfriend? She like, yeah. I hope you know I'm about to take his ass to court. And I sued his ass. I don't speak on how much I got up off of.
That's a very mature thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you said it, like my whole thought process went left. But you're a much better.
You're a
man
much
than
better
me.
person, man. Because normally I could definitely see how
Ginger Ale Part 2, huh?
one does that and then things go very, very bad. But you were like, I'm gonna be an adult about this situation.
Not me.
Yeah, I was like, tell him he got 2 days to give me $500 and take him to court. Man, I got that damn window fixed for $100 and sued him for $1,200.
You just said you weren't going to tell us how much.
Let it be known, brother.
Katie, you are too much at this point.
I did say that.
We can bleep that out.
Yeah, we can edit that out for you, babe. We got you.
I was gonna ask. I was curious.
Yeah.
Of course you will.
Damn. All right, so
Oh, we got 15.
crazy baby father seems to be a big deal. Is that much of a? Oh yeah, you missed some things. I'm sorry.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got 2 kids.
I do.
Would you consider yourself a crazy baby father?
Yeah.
What would you consider a crazy baby father?
I don't know. What the fuck? That's the niggas that be wilding and shit.
Example of this? Like, who's the crazy baby father?
Nigga said that's the niggas that be wildin' and shit.
I have
Niggas
no
be
idea.
rolling up the bitch rolling or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, A.
I
Wiggins.
don't be doing nothing.
Do you care what your baby mothers do?
Not really.
Not really. That means yes.
I mean, like, have some class.
That's all it is.
Have some fucking class.
Have some class.
Come on, son.
Have some class
Like,
and
you want me to
jokes.
have class as the father of your child. So like, let's,
Yeah, cause
let's
I wouldn't want to be
man.
one of those niggas like a nigga just walk up to me and be like, "Yeah, man, I seen your baby mama in the club last night, man. She was wild." I'm like, "What?" So I'd be like, "She ain't never did that with me." Like, I'm calling. Like, what's going on? See, that's when the craziness started. Though.
You call her?
I'm calling.
I wouldn't even call Shorty. I'd be like, nope.
I'm trying to
Would
figure
you
out.
be blown up?
See, I'm a sicko. I would just add it to my mental Rolodex.
That's probably something I would do.
Yeah, I just bring it up like,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not
I'm
even
trying to say that I'm doing some crazy
I can't
shit.
even
Oh,
hold
but
you.
I heard that you was there, so what the fuck, you know? You can't be talking about me.
Nigga never remember a date and time. He did today.
I'm sick though. Don't start there.
Shit,
But I be chilling,
nigga
though.
walked up to me on Saturday 15th, said that you was out on Friday the 14th shaking ass in the club. Dong Sean,
Dog show. It's killing me.
cat pink, booty hole brown, right?
You know that's okay.
I'm thugging with my rhymes. My booty hole brown. That's all good.
We get it.
Now we get it, dog.
Yeah, I feel like that's like if you see a girl you like and she starts singing that song.
That's a deal breaker. I love how your deal breakers are so petty because that's the type of
Yeah,
energy
because like,
breakers.
you gonna have the audacity to stand next to me and scream your pussy pink in front of all these niggas and your booty hole brown. There's niggas in this joint.
Niggas in the jump.
I'm sorry.
He's one of them.
My man said you have the audacity
Yeah, like that's
to scream
The lyrics to a song. You didn't write it. You know what I'm saying?
next to me
It ain't your shit.
Right.
in front of these niggas. I feel you, Drake.
I never got to tell my lady friend this. This is recent.
This is
Let it be known, brother.
She
Timeline.
Hey, I'm mad at you.
don't be mad at me either.
Wait till you edit this shit, bro.
Don't be mad at this place.
You're gonna be in
Last weekend I'm in Barco. Y'all know that's my spot.
Yeah, that's your shit.
She's standing. I'm sitting on the section. She's sitting between my legs and she's just screaming that shit out, and I'm just like, damn. I felt embarrassed. I really did.
Why did you feel embarrassed?
My best.
I'm hitting that.
Nah, I feel you.
Oh, you feel that? Oh, you feel? I would send this clip to home.
Just paint you a small picture. Small
Hit you small portrait.
scene set, just like how you said.
Scene set.
Y'all in the junction between you.
Yeah, the song come on, and I mean she just.
That whole brown.
Yeah,
You know niggas is like, oh, word?
Oh, what?
and then when she told me who her alter ego is, I was just like,
She got an alter ego.
Who her alter ego? I need to hear this now.
Yeah.
Where did that nasty girl? Y'all know who I'm talking about. rapper.
Megan Thee
Oh no!
Who?
Sakina.
Oh,
Suki, whatever.
Sukiana?
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta let her go, bro.
I was like, damn, dog.
Yeah, you might have to let her go.
That's a red flag.
That's alright.
I hope she don't see it.
You should say that.
Keep it for a little bit though. It's crazy.
I ain't never say let her go. I just say it's a red flag.
I say you gotta let her go,
She needs to
bro.
look within.
Yeah, no.
Because that's
Not
crazy.
too far though.
Yo, y'all seen the video of that festival in Houston when it was when Mans was getting top and then
That's crazy.
in the section.
I wouldn't even call it section. That was like out in the open. Like, ooh,
Yeah, you know, it was a day party and it was outside. So they had
I wouldn't even call
I
it
think
section.
I think it was called like Mocha Fest, something fest.
Something like that.
It was some fest, but it was in Houston, and they was wilding. And the DJ was like, "Well, why y'all bringing out y'all phones?" And I was like, very salient point.
Mm-hmm.
While the actual behavior was nasty, not condoning what the young woman was doing.
Why are you contributing to porn?
But like, that was a consensual thing that woman did. Well, those women did with that man, and y'all just now have turned it in.
He was getting 2 at a time? Mm-hmm. I didn't see this.
I didn't see it, yeah.
Yeah, my time. Do you see this? Do you see the grin on this man's face? It sounds intriguing.
His whole mood changed.
It's crazy.
Yo, we mad at this man? This nigga got 2.
No. See, that's how I know you don't be listening.
Where's the video?
Because where's the video is crazy. Where's the video is crazy.
Yeah.
But
That's a wild boy.
what's more important here is that oh my God.
You want to stop this?
I do. I'm sorry. The Warriors are playing, so it's kind of crazy, you guys. Like, we'll get back to the sports. We gotta wait for Dre because he got a lot of nasty sports takes too.
So the wildest.
But the
If
point.
he thought his shit that he was saying earlier.
Oh my God.
That's not a foul, right?
Should have put the jersey on today.
But the point. Oh my God. But the point I was actually trying to make was, that the recording is the nasty part to me personally.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm in that alone, but like I just feel as though
You're not.
to like once somebody has decided to do something consensually or anything, like I don't think it's really your time now to be like, oh yeah, now I'm about to record and send to the world.
They always say drink water and mind your business.
Yeah, my thing is like if you were going to record and
They
keep
don't
it for
drink
yourself.
Water, so y'all don't drink water, so I know y'all ain't minding y'all business.
If you're gonna record it and keep it for yourself, I don't even care.
That's nasty.
But I'm not here for a motherfucker recording and then just being like, oh, let's see what happens at let's see what let's put this on YouTube and whatever the fuck. Like, I think that's very bad vibes. Oh, Matic, are you looking for the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you record me and put it on the internet, I'm suing you.
You want for your Dre?
Yeah, bro. What? That's my likeness. You gonna take my hard work of spin game getting these 2 young ladies to consensually give me fellatio in public, and you're gonna take my hard
To be
work
fair, giving
and
head
put it out there?
in public like that could be considered some sort of felony
I'm pretty sure there's
or
indecent
misdemeanor.
exposure,
Yeah,
something like
like that.
Or where are we though? Did they pay a ticket to get into this private establishment to do this? It was a day party, correct?
Steph is in his fucking bag right now.
He's smiling.
I don't know if y'all just saw what he just did, but he just went crazy.
But they paid to get in the establishment, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? They have signs in bathrooms now that say don't do coke in the bathroom. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like people still do coke in bathrooms. So it's just like, I went to somewhere to Eaton of a night, Friday, trying to use a bathroom, bro. 3 bathrooms locked for 30 minutes because it was 3 couples in that joint going crazy. And I'm just like, okay. So it's just like if people actually and like niggas knew what they was doing, they didn't care. But it's just like it's just the fact that
Are we pro having
sex in the bathroom?
sex in the club more so?
Where else would we do it? But yes.
Well, you could have if you really wild and you could like be in like a booth or in the back part or somewhere.
Boy, she got a short enough dress on.
That's what I'm saying.
Unzip the pants one time. Hey, girl, sit down.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you can go mad horny, mad horny.
Back, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Back in my day, I used to go to the bathroom.
That's what. That's what.
The bathroom used to go crazy.
So Dre, that's too far for you. The sex in the club is where you're like, we gotta. You know what? That's another thing I wanted to ask because you be in the club way more than I do.
First of all, I probably wouldn't do it.
I don't be in the club.
I probably wouldn't be. I wouldn't be in the city I live in, but I'd do it though. Well, I fuck in the bathroom in the city I live in, but I would like fuck it. Like tripping, but I fucking.
All right, so we get
section.
So we go to Chicago. Me and the Shawty's with the vibes. You're gonna hear. She's like, yeah.
How lit is the club?
That's what I'm saying. It's nigga, like it's hella people.
It's hella people.
It's hella people.
Shit jumping.
It's bonkers.
Okay, yeah. Sit down.
You're a sicko. God damn.
If she wanted, fuck, I'm gonna do. Say no.
Could you have pulled that off in the club y'all was at in Miami?
Which one?
No. It was two outside.
No.
Two outdoors.
Yeah, two outside.
It was people, but it wasn't that. Look at him flying.
Not at the table we was at. No.
Yeah, but if we had a different table,
we had a different table.
Yeah, you got a point.
You know, especially on the opposite side in the back.
You got a point. You have a point.
Definitely could have got some cheeks on.
You got a point, buddy. You got a point.
Hey man, you know.
That's how you get a crazy baby milk.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Where you conceive your baby, I think is big for the vibes. I think the baby knows that.
I definitely.
I think babies know where they will conceive.
My baby mother probably will be in that.
Like you slept with me in the back of the car. Like, do you not have any respect for me?
I don't think I would have.
I think that's an age limit too. I feel like after a certain age, you can't just be sleeping with women in the back of your car.
Good times though.
For sure. I feel like that's a really teenager looking automatic. Like what? You got car seats back there. You got baby seats back there, brother.
He has a trunk.
Have some respect.
That front seat go back, baby. Sit down.
Oh, y'all niggas y'all niggas going crazy. All right, you little horny fuckers.
No, man, you know, sometimes you just gotta get it done. Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. It's crazy.
I think at this age, though, it's kind of just like some nostalgic shit to do.
I feel as though if you sleep with someone in the back of a car, you guys are either wildly horny, both of you, because like
Takes two, baby.
it's not just a one person thing at this point. Because if you're gonna fuck in the back of the car, like there has to be some sort of decision making point. Like you have had at one point to decide to first go back here, because normally you're gonna be in the front. Then you had to decide to take off your clothes, which is ridiculous because we're in a fucking car, I remind you. Like, there's some behavior that I don't know, man.
You're not pro fucking in the car?
Not anymore. I'm too fucking old, bro. If I found myself fucking in a car, I would be doing the most debaucherous of behavior.
Hey, man,
like that, you know what I'm saying? Like it would be the most debaucherous things I've done in some time.
Sometimes women.
Oh my God! He has 48 points.
That was 1.6 seconds left on the shot clock too.
He ain't doing that against us.
The Lakers.
Yeah. I'm so scared.
You gotta stop talking like that.
No, but to be fair, Dre was talking. He has so much faith, and when I was like, bro, I don't know, and he's the first person who was like, with no Clark and no Adams, the whatchamacallit are gonna not have. Are we gonna be straight? I was like, ooh. That's a good point. Yeah. So he called the Grizzlies out. He called the Grizzlies series.
That's the Grizzlies though.
So
they don't got no doubt.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know.
That's not it.
That'd probably be the series Jerome Poole show up for. Because he was asking them.
Pool closed.
It's not his year.
It don't matter. All right.
Where you gonna strap bro?
So what I was gonna ask you about the club was, you
Say your man has
are you
16
pro
points,
people
bro.
kissing in the club? Because I've been seeing that a lot lately.
I kiss my shorty last in the club.
But that's your short.
That's your girl. I'm talking about somebody you just met.
Nah.
The
You
way
was
he
ki-
looked
hold
in
on,
the
hold on.
camera,
You was
though.
kissing in the club last
The
night.
way he looked in the
Why was
camera when he
Before or
said
after
that.
she was doing the lyrics, bro?
After.
Bet.
I already knew that.
Hey, so she was wild. Hold on, let me.
Fucking.
I'm about to say. So let me get this straight. Your shorty was the wild lover, but you were okay with kissing her. Like it don't make no sense, Dre.
It wasn't like a movie scene. It was just one of those.
It wasn't like a movie scene.
It wasn't like a
Oh, you gave her
movie.
the pack. Yeah. Okay.
Why she asked you to kiss?
Yeah, she, laid though. I obliged.
Yeah, obliged. So you said you're anti.
He go back because dead, bro.
You said you're anti the girls kissing in the club. You're anti kissing girls in the club you just met though. That's a faux pas, is what I mean.
That's a no-no.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I'd agree. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's nice.
And once a lifetime, I may have or may have not done something like that.
You remember I remember the movie. I mean, I've done it before. But I was young. I was in college.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I was in
I
college.
didn't think he was.
I was like 19. I ain't know no better.
I didn't think he would go for
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Like, when you don't know no better, you don't do better.
When you hit 30, it's just different.
That's more so my point, Dre. Oh my God.
You got 51.
No, Ludi has like 20 boards.
Like, remember on Don't Be a Menace?
Wow.
When Sean Waynes was kissing Shorty,
Motherfucking shoulder
her slapped him, was like, "Fool, don't you realize you just kissed every nigga at the party?" Like, it be girls like that in these clubs, man.
It be girls like that in these clubs. It be girls like that is crazy.
Oh my God.
Club talk going crazy.
This nigga
You know
Charles
what I'm
said, I once may have.
I didn't say I did. I said I may have.
May or may not have.
I know I
That's
did.
what you actually
You
said.
know you did. May or may not have, right?
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you
Just want to
said.
make sure my verbiage was on.
I got you, baby. I got you.
Homecoming. I was at Love Nightclub.
Damn, you old as hell, Dre.
No, for real. Or you
Y'all never
was,
been to Love Nightclub?
or you was young as shit getting
Literally,
married.
the
John.
year I
I went
turned
on 18 and
18,
over, John. Yeah.
It closed. Like, it was so nice.
Fatma, I think, got me in one of them Jones.
Remember Zanzibar?
I do remember
I wouldn't know nothing against Zanzibar.
Yeah, that was a 21 and over trade.
Remember Maris on the original Maris on New York Avenue?
I wouldn't know nothing against none of this.
Dre, why don't you open a club?
Bye, y'all.
If you open a club, Dre, I will
This
come.
nigga Fatma
I
used to
don't
get
like
me
clubs, but if you open
I'm
a club,
actually trying to start my own tequila.
all right, let's get it.
You look
What do-
Shirley too.
What
I
do we?
want the name to be like something in Spanish.
I would
Throw
hope
people
so.
off. They're not gonna know how to
Hope
pronounce
so.
it.
It's tequila, so it better be in fucking Spanish.
You know what I'm saying? But you know how people
Just
got
put
it.
it and be like,
No, I'm talking about the words gonna be in Spanish though. It's gonna be spelled in Spanish.
The nigga.
oh, you just want it in actual Spanish.
Yeah.
I mean, and most of them don't spelled in Spanish, though.
Nah, we got 1800. Like it say 1800 silver on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
want
Oh,
the
you want the
shit to say,
entire joint?
La Negra.
Oh, so you want it to be
Blanco.
produced, all that
I
in
gotta stand out.
Mexico.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that. It's crazy. And Wiggins on your head top, just so you saw.
I mean, trash buckets, bro. Anybody getting buckets, you up 30.
Actually up 22, but yeah.
You know what I mean. I'm
Okay.
going out.
This nigga's wild.
He is having fun.
He is.
Yo, all right. So I have one more thing we need to discuss that I think we could get to the sports because.
Oh my goodness. They're not even inspired anymore.
Yeah, getting blown out by a dub for
50?
bro.
Mm-hmm. Third quarter Warriors.
And he's talking shit.
Get this man a tap. Calm him down.
I done made it.
He ain't doing nothing against us. Like
Son,
the
shot
fucking
stop.
I hope not, bro.
Son,
I'm
he's
really
about-
scared.
He's
Like,
about to bring,
mismatches.
he about to bring all this to y'all.
too many mismatches.
He the only person we worried about.
Son, he about to bring all. They about to bring all
I'm
this.
not
out.
worried about
Clay
Clay. He
about to
shooting
bring.
jumpers off the backboard,
Clay about to bring all
side
that.
of the rim,
Nah, Clay about to bring.
side of the backboard. I ain't worried about him. He don't got it anymore.
Charles, what was your last thing before we get
Yeah,
into sports?
before we get, because I know niggas. You know who we haven't talked about? We haven't talked about Johnathan Majors.
I will talk about this when I'm up,
You about to leave now?
I got a date.
Got a hot date. I feel that. Well, you know, get your
this or something.
I'm about to say, get your one thing before you leave. Get your quick take off.
No, I'm just I want the whole conversation.
He's like, nigga, fucking take. I want to be here.
I got you. We'll temper it. What you know?
But you know.
Just a little.
Oh, what I think about Johnathan?
Yeah. Do you little something?
I got nothing.
I was watching Creed and I was like, he did that shit.
I thought you meant the part in the movie.
No, whatever they accused him of. Like, I said that out loud. I was watching this and I was like, whatever they accused this nigga of, he did that.
He said he did.
Yeah.
He said he watched
the
Creed.
Creed,
He said
bro.
he was watching Creed and said, fuck it, he did that. See, that's good acting. See, Jonathan.
Whatever
If
they
you can
accused
take
you
a
of,
joke,
my nigga, you gotta
That's
relax.
Jonathan, if you can take a joke, that's a perfect, you know, like.
No, you was acting your ass off in Creed. I give you that. But, my boy.
What'd he do?
So you haven't heard anything?
You don't know what's
I don't even know who he
He
is.
got into an altercation.
You don't know who Johnathan
You got
Majors
into
is?
an altercation with that.
See, this is why they hate niggas. You got an altercation.
It really happened or allegedly?
Nah, it happened. What do you mean, allegedly?
They got it on camera?
Hey,
I mean, I don't know why I asked that because I feel like
Hey,
hey,
we're moving on to the sports. We're moving on to the sports. We're moving on to the.
No, I'm serious. They got it on camera?
We're moving on to the sports
Thank
trip.
you for having me.
You said, I gotta keep my image clean.
They got it on. They got it on camera. It's crazy. That is a funny thing to ask, though,
You
Drake.
got it on camera.
No, they didn't.
They know. They know.
Brother,
Hey man, I love y'all niggas, bro. Y'all be shit.
They know.
enjoy your day.
Oh my god, they got look at camera.
Damn.
All right, so let's move on to more family friendly subjects. I don't understand how we got to the Jamal Crawford debate.
I don't understand how the Clippers were not a serious org, bro.
Luke is thinking that
They're still not as serious.
better than what he was.
No, I don't think he was better than what he was. I feel like I agree with you when it comes to the outcome of his career. I feel like him as a
This is
standout
really making me
basketball
think
player.
of a lot of basketball players and the question:
Look at the six
does
minutes.
talent?
I just say he was. I say he was underrated. You say he was overrated. I don't agree with the fact that he was overrated.
It's already Chuck made my point.
No,
If
he said
talent
technically.
equal, like
Technically,
by the
way-
definition,
the definition.
you're
yes,
super right.
You're correct.
But
the
the context of
Crawford,
it
yeah,
has
like,
to be. Don't you think? Like,
You have to think about
For
Jamal
example-
Crawford's career, bro.
let's use Giannis for example. Giannis' talent has superseded the results because he's not.
I feel like the results have superseded his talent.
Thank you. The results have superseded Giannis' talent.
Disagree.
Shitting me.
So you think he's as good?
He hasn't.
he can't
hasn't
shoot.
Even,
He can't go left.
Exactly. He hasn't even.
So his
he's nowhere
outcome has
near-
no superseded
And I
his
see him
talent.
and I saw him and I saw him have a 50-point finals
Facts.
performance.
Facts.
So the results,
Like that shooting jumps.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like this is
That's
the thing
what we're
about
saying.
people. People keep saying like, all right, Giannis is a finisher, but there's a world in which he just never does that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like as much as we want to just
There might be a point. There's a point in his mind where he's just like, bro, I don't need to do that. I already won doing this. So what's the point of doing that?
yeah, there's a very different, I think, scenario when it comes to like how we view players. Because if you win, we accredit it to you being super talented, correct?
Yeah. Because Bron still don't got a post-up game.
I disagree.
No, he got a little joint in Miami.
It's
Come on,
big.
man. That's when he started
I'm
cutting.
just saying,
Still, the 10 is like a 5.
I'm just talking about the progression of players. Like we talking about the Kobe's, everybody that gets older, they get a back to the basket game.
But
Yeah, but he don't
But
play
see-
like that.
Exactly.
But see,
That's
Mike,
what I'm saying.
But see, Mike and Kobe and even T-Mac, they
That's
did
another
that.
person
They
I
got
was
that
thinking. Thank you.
earlier in their careers. Though. They was doing that at 20, 21. So it was
Michael Jordan was not doing that fucking 21.
Yes, he
Stop
was.
it. No, he wasn't.
Mike was in fadeaways in UNC, bro. Shit, yes,
Nigga
he
won the
was.
championship on the fucking bank shot.
But I'm saying that was in his repertoire though. He was hitting. He was look at his
That's
game
not what
against
that's
the
not what he did.
The 63-point game against Boston. He was posting up on them dudes.
What was that? His second year?
I think that was 85 when he first wore the ones. That 63 game, he was
I
going.
think
He was going.
I think he got hurt. So that was his third year, maybe.
Yeah,
When
probably.
did he come in the league?
He
Trey?
came in '84, so it was the second year.
Okay. That
Like,
must-
remember, he only played like 8 games that first season.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to these actual takes. Football, the draft happened. People were drafted. Will Levis.
Shout out to them young men and their lives being changed.
Will Levis. We feel bad. We whatever. Indifferent.
No, he got caught up in hype, bro.
He got more money than me.
He got caught up in a hype train. He shouldn't have been in the green room. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for him, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happens.
But see, I just hate the politics about the league. They trying. He's too cocky. What the hell? What's wrong with the boy say? Oh, I'm trash. Like he should go into the meeting with confidence. I don't get that.
That's why he slipped.
That's what some people were saying. Yeah. They didn't like it.
I just thought Cuzzo wasn't that good to be going up there with the
I
rest
didn't
of
think he
them.
was that good.
Yeah.
Hooker from Tennessee.
No, I
He
fuck
old,
with
bro.
Hooker.
Nah, he old. Ain't no upside, man.
I'm about
He
to
been
say.
stabbing that. He been stabbing.
Yeah, he has.
He been stabbing
Ain't no
that.
upside when you 25 coming to the league at quarterback.
26.
26. See, that's what I'm saying.
Even worse.
I'm gonna say, what
They
was it?
didn't- no, they
The
older.
Rams drafted Cuz from Georgia. He 25.
We know he trash though. He ain't making that team.
Nah, he gonna make the squad.
He ain't gonna.
I think he will.
He is gonna make it.
He does nothing well.
Watch.
He's a winner.
Yeah.
I'm about to say that's about it.
Took Bryce Young first, bro. Come on.
So let's talk about the top of the draft.
I like that. The Texans went crazy.
So do we like what the Texans did with the 2-3 move?
I do.
Grabbing the quarterback, then going back and getting maybe the best defensive player in the draft?
I don't like it.
Everybody's mocked up. See?
You don't like it.
See, you're the-
Why don't you like it?
Let me tell you why I don't like
Tell me.
Yeah, they crushed everybody, Mark.
it. Because they could have got the quarterback next year in Caleb Williams.
But do you want to be bad again just
Yes,
for the sake
be
of
bad a year.
being
Yes, for
bad?
him, yes, you
Didn't
be
I say
bad.
CJ
They've
was
been
going
bad
to
for
Texas?
3 to 4 years,
No,
man.
he's a must.
Didn't I say CJ was going to the Texans?
But they've been bad for years, though, bro.
Yeah, but
On
be
the
bad
pod.
again for him. He's worth it.
I get what you're saying. Like,
I feel like
Hey,
Stroud.
man, you know,
I
you
feel
might
like
wanna start
Stroud would have
betting
been a
with
better
Luke,
fit with better weapons.
And
I
Luke don't
mean-
bet.
Detroit. Like if the Lions would have moved up and got him, I wouldn't have been mad at that.
the only pushback I have against what you're saying is that
You
At
take
a-
the pass rusher because you win between the trenches.
Yeah.
You take the pass rusher, and then next year you go get Caleb.
and while I like that in theory,
I'm a Buckeye.
I get it, bro.
I'm not that high on CJ Stroud, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I'm not.
Nigga. Never will.
I like JT Barrett better than him at Ohio State, and JT was sorry, but he was a leader. He had all the intangibles. I don't
just
see
feel like-
intangibles from
I just feel like CJ one of them niggas that don't talk.
I feel like CJ gets the job done.
Yeah, he get the job done. He just don't talk.
That's not gonna work in the
But
league.
once I found out,
Well,
like, he a
Do
Cali-
Justin Herbert talk? I
Yeah,
don't never see
Cali,
Justin
that's
Herbert
what
say
I'm
a
saying.
damn word.
Say he a Cali
At
nigga,
all.
bruh. Like,
I always see Justin Herbert
Came
be
up with
like
the
looking like he don't even
honest
want to
nigga.
be there half the fucking time.
fucking Jalen Hurts, like, that nigga don't
You look
really
at dumb
talk
as shit
in
half
public.
the time.
Jalen Hurts, but you see them NFL films mic'd up, and you see Jalen Hurts actually the leader of that team.
Yeah. But I heard the team say that way more than actually seeing
Like,
him
of course,
talk.
I don't want my quarterback to be the guy that's, in the media room, being an asshole. Of course, I don't want that. He got to be blue collar, quiet, kind of quiet. But at the same time, like, you want your QB to have integrity.
Nigga went to Ohio State too. None of y'all quarterbacks are outspoken or like that type of nigga though.
No, we had some outspoken guys.
That quarterback
Cardell Jones.
that were good.
Cardell was good.
They had a year.
I still say he got screwed.
He had a run. Year might be stretching it.
The year definitely stretching. He probably had like a good 7 games.
I don't understand, at least to me, the idea that you're just gonna tank. And I love Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is a generational whatever. But you don't know that though.
Yeah,
like this is like I love college cats. Like, yo, people said this about Ryan Leaf. People said this about people said this about bro.
Right.
No, that's another 26-year-old ass nigga. People said this about Jamar. Like, people have said this about cats and said, hey, you take them surefire. Yo, when Trevor Lawrence was in that freshman year at Clemson, everyone was telling me this is the best prospect that I've ever seen. It's the best prospect since Peyton Manning.
Sunshine.
Trevor Lawrence, first 2 years in the NFL, been okay.
Mid.
Been all right.
Is it big because is it his fault it was big though?
But that's my whole point. That, like,
Because he kept it afloat.
No, that first year was
He kept it afloat.
First year, Urban Meyer, for sure. But last year,
Come on. First year, Urban Meyer, bro. Last year was his second year in the league.
Yes.
He went to
he went to the playoffs. Went to the playoffs, right?
With Cootie.
When you look at the Jaguars, is anyone saying they did that on the backs of Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Doug Peterson got a lot to do with it.
Why you keep lying to us, Dre? Dre, why you keep lying to us, bro?
The quarterback is the guy that you need
No one is denying that. But case in point, at least to me, is that when they got a better coach, they got another star skill player back in Etienne, and they spent some of the most money in free agent last year and had great skill position players come up big. Whether it was their tight end.
Did they even make the offs?
Yeah. And they remember they came back and beat the Chargers.
Yeah, you're right.
So
now imagine if that was Gardner Minshew back there. They don't make the playoff, bro.
Probably not, but that's the whole point. It's a difference.
They're not afloat. They're still a bad franchise for another year or two, unless they get a number 1 pick.
But my thing about it is that him being the number 1 pick, as through 2 years, let's give him a mulligan for that first year. It's a good number 1 pick. It's not the type of shit that you go generation. RG3's rookie season was better than his second season.
That was generational talent right there.
You still talking Trevor? You know what Trevor said?
I don't know about that.
He said he had to stop thinking too much. That's when he got good. He was tripping his own self up.
Yeah, I mean, young quarterback.
I think it was like, it was so much pressure on me. I was thinking about the ball too much. He wasn't playing for real. He said that shit when he was in the playoffs.
He said, I just gotta go there and play catch.
He was just like...
It was like, even to start the season last year, he wasn't playing his best football.
Had to let it go.
So he just came around,
like week 7,
type shit. So for me, it's like
new system. Gotta figure it out.
Well, that's my thing. Ain't Caleb Williams going to do the same thing? That's what I'm just saying. Like, you don't.
I think
Caleb Williams is a good ass.
It's not. To me, it's not about Caleb Williams. It's just about the idea that you can't take the risk of not getting a dude right now, especially talking about quarterbacks, for the idea of like you said, the Texans probably going to have to be bad for another year or so. But they are far closer now with the new coach, with some other players that they got last year. Like, I want to see what happens with Michi when he comes back. He was sick all last year. The dude from Bama. I would look at you. I would love to see what all the pantheon of Bama wide receivers.
They ain't had.
And then some of the 49ers free agents left and went with D'Amico too.
They've had a large gap in between They receivers.
What? Judy is good.
After Julio, who they have after Julio?
Amari Cooper.
Ain't too inconsistent.
He got hurt a lot.
He's
but that boy-
Mr. Inconsistent. That's part of being
He got hurt a
inconsistent.
lot, but no.
Ohio State just
Also,
started having running back.
his
Wide
availability.
receivers. Like literally the last 5 years. Please have some respect.
And cranking them out too.
They're cranking them out, I'm for sure. But literally, we're talking about a 3-year span. Olive, Olave, Garrett Wilson.
I would make an argument that LSU was wide receiver
Yes.
the whole time.
They were. It was them and Bama. Yes.
I don't know.
Bro, I don't know how you could. They had like Ellis dude drafted in the
Devontae
first
Smith
round.
and shit.
Devontae Smith, what are you talking about? He's him. You talking about he won a
They got
Heisman
some
and was the
niggas,
6th overall pick and has like 2,000-yard seasons.
Okay, let me ask you
They
this.
got some niggas.
Let
bro.
me ask you this.
And this is from the ultimate Bama hater.
Outside of Julio Jones,
I just
I'm saying outside of Julio Jones,
Uh-huh.
have they ever had a wide receiver that was the best in the league for a season?
has Ohio State ever had a receiver who was the best in the
Yes.
season? Who?
Mike Thomas. He had that one season. That's how he got paid.
He did have that one.
He was the best receiver in the league that year.
You mean Mr. Slant Boy?
I was
Isn't that
gonna
what they
say,
called
when
him?
he was running slants.
Slant man.
They called him Slant Man?
Professional route.
A slant?
Yeah, it's a professional route.
Nigga,
No,
that's
you're
the first
right.
route you learn
Listen,
when you
my thing
run
about
it,
Michael
when you
Thomas
become
is that I
wide
like
receiver.
Michael Thomas. Ain't nobody saying Michael Thomas didn't have a great year. When he was, yeah, he probably was the best receiver in the league that year. I give you that. That was 1 year, and Michael
Don't
Thomas.
matter.
No,
Don't
no,
matter.
no, no.
Don't matter.
Listen. And Michael Thomas ain't sniffed top 5 since then, has he?
He been hurt.
No, that nigga ain't sniffed the field. Fuck top
Yeah,
5.
he been hurt.
So my thing
He
is
ain't
that
been
like
hurt.
having
That
a
nigga been
flash in the
running.
pan year,
Nigga,
like y'all.
I don't like y'all quarterback.
If I said, well, remember that year Baker Mayfield threw 28 touchdowns, you guys, most of you guys will be like, what are you talking about? That was 1 year.
I'm like, Charles, get the fuck out
Hey,
of
let me
here.
just throw this out here real quick.
You say Baker.
Right.
Let me just throw this out here real quick. This
Waddle was a bad
is-
receiver.
Waddle, what are we doing?
This is top 7.
Has Waddle ever been the
You
best
top
receiver in the
7?
league?
I mean, he's a year two.
This is-
He ain't the best receiver on his team.
This is 7 to 1.
It's Tyreek.
Henry Ruggs. Shout out Cam Simpson.
Free him.
Devontae Smith being 6.
No, don't free him.
Jalen Waddle being 5. Jerry Judy being 4.
Judy.
Calvin
Plus.
Ridley being 3.
Oh, he's coming
Amari
back.
Cooper. All right.
Going to
That's
the
2
Jags,
busts
too.
back to back.
Going to the Jags, too.
That's 2 busts back to back.
You ain't even see him really playing.
Yeah, what you saying? Football team this year.
Yo,
Calvin Listen, the way this guy describes bust is crazy. He said Andrew Wiggins was
Can I ask y'all a
bust.
question? Let me ask you a question.
Calvin Ridley was dogging niggas.
Is Jalen Waddle?
I'm saying, bro, like what?
He did what?
Calvin really was busting niggas.
You
You know who you
He hasn't
are?
played in 2 years.
Dre, you know who you are? You like Skip Bayless.
But he hasn't played. I'm saying though, he
You
hasn't
argue
played in
just
2
like
years.
Skip.
He hasn't played in 8
No, the
years.
year.
You know what this nigga Dre
He got
did?
hurt the year before.
You know what Dre did? He
Hasn't
fucked
played
with the
2
whole
years.
conversation. He said he picked the only argument that he can win, and he decided to roll with it. This was the argument this is what he did.
We talk about Bama. We talk about receivers, right?
And I said, had
strike
any
for
of them
Calvin
outside
No,
of
no.
Julio,
Listen,
can make claim that they
listen
been
to the
best
caveat.
receiver
Listen to
in
the
the
caveat
NFL
he did. It's
No.
a random ass caveat. The best wide receiver in football for 1 year. It's just 1 year. So it's not even like, so let's go through since when? Since Julio, right? So Julio came in the league in I think 2011, 2010. Yeah. So all those years, who's been the best wide receiver? Like, let's go through the years. Like, Justin Jefferson last year was the best wide receiver in football.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown had like 3 or 4 years
He
where he's
had
the
like, nah, man, he had like a 6-year stretch.
he had between 3 to 4 where I can solidify there was no question he was number 1, no questions asked.
three for
There was a
sure.
year, a couple too, where him and Julio both, hey, maybe him, maybe Julio.
Odell for a season.
See, that's what I'm saying.
They had more than 8 seasons though.
I don't think he was the best in all of football. I don't ever think there was.
His
rookie season was
that season though. His
I don't
rookie year,
think-
he was the best that season.
I don't think so. I think that was one of the years AB was the best.
Showmanship. Who had showmanship at the wide receiver position like him?
not
I mean, we got JJ now, but
You right. I'm not taking that away. He might have been the flat, but like there was receivers who were doing more and were more successful, and so he was a top 5 receiver as a rookie. There's no denying that, no questions asked. But there's no, I cannot give him. There's not been a year like Cooper Kupp. The year Cooper Kupp did his thing, he was the best receiver in football. Yeah. See? Now look at you. Now look at you. See, if you're gonna do that, then we're gonna do okay. Because if you were gonna do that, I was gonna
Michael Thomas year. Because Cooper Cup won the Triple Crown, and you gonna be like,
And a Super Bowl.
Oh, I get it. And all pro, I get
It went crazy.
Right, like this nigga
so
was
you know.
every accolade.
So I get see, but it's like that's a
But that's how. But it
that's a
goes
nasty
like that.
argument, but I like it.
But it goes like
It's a
that.
nasty argument.
Who is the when they do the top? When they do my bad. When they do the All Pro teams, it was who was the best for that season. Nobody outside of Julio Jones that has come out of Alabama can say that.
I think there's been another All Pro. Another Bama receiver has been All Pro.
I don't think so.
I'm more than positive one of them has been All Pro. All Pro.
Who? I can see it being Cooper one of these years.
Yeah, I think Cooper was
Hell no.
second team one of these years.
No.
I can see him second.
I think Amari was second.
Yeah.
No way.
I hate Amari Cooper.
Amari
I
used
do
to get.
I think
No way Amari Cooper made second team.
That last year with the Ravens, probably.
Hell
or the year
no.
before that one, yeah.
He was
So
too
that nigga
inconsistent.
He was going nuts though.
Oh, the
Is one of the bowls.
Because he was averaging like.
Okay.
He was averaging like. He was averaging like 80 something catches a
There's
game.
no
Every
way
80
Amari
something
Cooper
catches
got
a year.
All Pro.
First team All Pro.
When? What year was this?
I'm sorry. No, yeah. So
There's no way he got All Pro. John Gruden didn't even like this nigga.
no,
It's a little racist.
no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Close.
Just for Pro Bowls.
these Alabama guys get in the league and be inconsistent.
Yeah, 4 Pro
You gotta
Bowls.
tell me, brother.
Yeah, hold on.
Pass the
Amari Cooper had 4 Pro Bowls and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 yard receiving seasons.
How many seasons
How many?
in the league?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's had 6,000 yard season in 9. That's 66% of the time he's a 1,000-yard receiver.
So if he
How many does Michael Thomas? No, hold on. Since you're talking about inconsistent niggas,
I know
let's
Michael
go
Thomas
to
inconsistent because he ain't been playing. But
outside of Michael Thomas. That's your only argument. Outside of the new group, like you guys have a youth movement. But like before Michael Thomas, where's the great Ohio State wide receiver that I missed? Like did I miss? Did I wake up from a coma and y'all was just like I said, y'all just started producing wide
we
receivers.
wasn't always wide receiver you. We are now.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
But we never made claims.
and they've only been in the league for so long.
I've always considered LSU wide receiver you up until recently.
They ain't even been in the league. Y'all don't even got a track record of guys in the league long enough.
Facts.
Coaching.
That's because we just started getting these elite receivers. We didn't have elite receivers in the beginning. We had the Mike Jenkins of the world.
Nah, I feel Michael Thomas.
It was decent.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, San Antonio was
Champion.
Yeah,
San Antonio was a champion.
let's go.
San Antonio was a champion.
Anthony Gonzalez, but he didn't move the needle.
Yeah, you know what? I'll reconsider some of the Michael Thomas shit, but not too much of it.
How many 1,000 years he got?
4.
So he need 2 more to catch your boy.
That's not Charles's boy, but yeah.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I don't
7.
know why people keep calling him Slapman. He runs every round.
He gonna be. This is gonna be his 8th season coming up,
And he hasn't played.
and he hasn't. He played 3 games last season. He didn't play any games in 2021, and he played 7 games in 2020.
He got hurt 2020.
Yeah. So he hasn't played a full season since 2019. His last full season, that's when he was the best receiver in football.
That's
I'm
4
glad he
years
didn't
ago.
play. I'm glad he didn't play last year.
Like, bro, that's 4 years ago. Your man has done like
Doesn't matter, but he can make claim that he was the best receiver for a season.
You know what? You're
That
right.
is nuts.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a great. See, that's why he argued like Skip Bayless. He picked an argument that could not be argued.
I'm not picking the argument that can't.
Yes,
be
you
argued.
did. We started about the receivers as a whole for these universities. You brought up Michael Thomas as the way to be like, oh, Ohio State got him. And I was like, no way. They just started. And then you switched it to, oh, well, he was the best receiver in football for a year. No one from Bama outside of Julio. But no one from Ohio State outside of Michael Thomas can claim that either. So then where do we go from there?
We about to start claiming it soon, my boy.
Devontae Smith, Waddle are saying the same thing.
My guy's better than them.
Who?
My guy, my trio right now.
Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson.
Olave.
I think Olave is good.
Olave's not better than Will.
McLaurin.
Waddle's not better. I mean,
Waddle's better than McLaurin.
No.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Y'all talking about slant routes. He's Mr. Slant 2.0.
What are you talking about? Does he have like the highest catch perception? Every time I see him, he was catching like 30 yards. No, stop it.
Don't matter. Every time I see him,
no, Dre. His average joint was the highest of the league.
17, 18 yards.
Like what you see?
There's no way. There's no way.
Slant, bro.
There's no way.
Like there was a reason they were the two.
Literally, all they did was slants and bombs.
There's no way y'all gonna sit in this room and tell me that Jalen Waddle better than Terry McLaurin.
Yes.
I'm biased.
And I don't even like.
I love Terry.
Alabama.
You don't
I don't even like.
don't even believe that. You know Waddle's better
Also
than
in top 10. Terry McLaurin's a top 10 receiver in the league. You can't make that case for Jalen Waddle.
We were just talking about receivers.
Yeah, because he's a number one on the team, so it's just a different.
He deserves to be number one.
There's no one else there.
If
Tyreek Hill was here, Terry McLaurin would be number 2 too. So what are you talking about? If Tyreek Hill was in Washington, Terry McLaurin would be the number 2, correct?
I think so.
Yes.
And now you're bugging.
Tripping.
And you see?
You're
now you're going crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're going crazy.
He's smoking water now.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
Old ass niggas ain't beating these young niggas out, man.
Fuck out of
See
here.
what
Tyreek Hill literally
JJ came in and took.
He walked in his trap and
because
took over
Thielen
his
is
trap.
washed, boy.
But Thielen was washed when JJ came in though.
Yes, he was.
It was literally
he just
2
got
years
washed.
before though. JJ has progressed. Like yes. Also, hold on.
So they got rid of Diggs and was like, bro, we about to get this young nigga from LSU. That's literally what happened. And Thielen was just like, I'm gonna try my best. And then that rookie season, that boy was just like, yeah, you can try your best, but your best isn't enough.
Tyreek Hill literally was on pace like off some MVP shit the first 8-10 games of the season last year. What are you talking about?
He was.
They got like 900 yards and 7
And that guy wouldn't be the number 1 receiver in Washington. It would be Terry McLaurin.
What drugs are you on?
There's really a list out here that says Tyreek Hill is the second best receiver in football.
Who's number 1?
Justin Jefferson.
Yes, we said that. We said that. That's what I'm saying. It was.
Can you read? Is it a top 10?
Yeah.
Can you read off the top 10?
Justin, Reek, Steph, AJ,
Who the hell is Steph?
Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
Devontae, Jamar, Cooper.
Amari?
No, Jamar.
Jamar Chase. We
Who the
got
hell is Cooper?
Cup.
Oh, okay.
DeAndre Hopkins. They didn't even play half the season. Tyler Lockett at 9 and Debo at 10. Devontae being 11.
See, there's no way I could give you this Jalen Hart, this
Terry being
Jalen
13.
Waddle stuff.
Who? Terry being 13.
Jalen Waddle's not a number 1 receiver though.
Yeah.
You're talking about a nigga that's a number 1 receiver.
All of that number 1 receivers.
Yes.
Yes.
Who wasn't a number 1
Who wasn't a
receiver?
number 1
Tyler
receiver?
Lockett?
He is a number 1
No,
receiver.
DK the number 1.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Argument to be made.
DK
I'll give
the
you 2.
number 1 receiver.
Jalen being 22nd on the list.
I'm telling you, bro.
Who was? Give me 15.
Stuff.
Give me 15.
The top 15.
No, give me number 15. I just want to know who number 15.
15. Chris Godwin.
I agree.
Now I agree that Chris Godwin may not be better than Jalen Waddle.
AJ Brown better than
Last year, yeah, AJ Brown is the number 1 receiver.
and Mike Evans.
Mike Evans is probably I give that to you.
And Amon St.
Mike Evans is better than who?
Now you're bugging.
Mike Evans is better than who?
Jalen Waddle.
Amon St. Brown is where is when I tell you again. You're bugging.
Like that.
I didn't say he wasn't like
He
that.
wasn't.
I just don't. See, my thing is, I don't let all this speed on the field confuse me, dog. Like,
How many catches does Waddle? Hold on. Like, did I miss when? Like, I think Waddle has 2 seasons, 2,000 yards. Like,
Charles, he's got me defending the nigga from Alabama.
like, what are we doing here? like, we really better act like
So
Waddle.
in this situation, you can't be biased. You know.
I mean, I had 2 niggas in the top 5. I don't care.
Who? LSU?
Yeah.
Who's the fifth? Who the
I
other?
said we got 2 niggas in the top 5.
JJ and who else?
Jamal Chase.
Oh yeah, I be forgetting Jamal.
Waddle had 1,300 yards last year, 8 touchdowns.
So yeah, this argument is amongst y'all niggas.
He's 22.
He 22. Fuck that list.
He's 22, bro.
23.
23.
Nah.
So it's 23 niggas that's better than him.
Allegedly. Just because it says it doesn't make it true.
Facts.
I don't know, man.
Nah. So with the draft, you don't like what the Texans did. That's how this all started. You don't like what the Texans did. That's crazy. Who did you like what they did in the draft? Did you like anything that happened in the draft?
Philly.
Surely.
I
get a little poor from with it. Hey yo, I fucking hate Philly, bro. I need to get the Georgia Bulldogs
They're trying to drive the
away
whole
from my
Georgia
life,
defense,
bro.
man.
Slim, they haunted me for the last 3 years in the SEC.
But you know what?
Now I have to see them twice a year.
The light I'm looking at,
The whole damn the
they're not
same
gonna be able to pay all
defense.
those guys though.
Son, these niggas are on rookie
I was
contracts.
gonna say, why ain't they? They got 4 years.
They have 4 years.
I'm looking at a 5-6 year window.
You have to think.
Long as my team
win
can
the
compete
Super
with
Bowl.
them,
You know what? 5,
the
6
next
years.
5 years.
Jesus.
These niggas will probably win the Super Bowl in the next 5 to 6 years.
I don't see it.
They just got DeAndre Swift. Who are you talking about? Who also played at Georgia? Who are you talking about?
If he was that good, the Lions would navigate him. Lions drafted another running back.
You telling me if
What is it computing?
If DeAndre Swift would have played in the Super Bowl last year, you don't think the Eagles would have won the game?
No,
Nah,
because Patrick Mahomes was playing.
Patrick
Help
Mahomes
me
is
with
a
Miles
little
Sanders in
different.
the game.
That's why, and Isaiah Pacheco.
There was no Miles Sanders. That's what I'm saying.
Miles Sanders was, and yeah,
I don't wanna hear that.
he was invisible all last year.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that 4 months later.
I said it today.
Hey, baby, they ain't had the same roster they had 4 months now.
The
You
Chiefs-
talking about a nigga that was 4
They-
years ago was the
Who
best
that?
wide receiver in the league?
Who?
The fuck?
Michael.
Exactly. That's how fast you forget. The fuck, Dre?
All I'm saying is that it's okay for people to make claims to be the best for a season. That's how this thing
But
works.
let's get back to the draft though. The Eagles, I like the Cowboys draft pick. They got Mike and some help on the front end. Fuck.
You know, I'm pissed.
I know you are. Go blue,
I
baby.
think the draft winner was the Ravens. I think signing Lamar and getting Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers or Addison were the 2 best receivers.
Zay Flowers was a sleeper, yeah.
I like your boy Jibanga. What is it? Njigba. Yeah, I like him, but
He Nigerian.
I don't know.
The best.
He might be, but just from
I
my
love Addison.
he's definitely top 3. I definitely think those are the top 3 guys. But I think Zay Flowers in particular.
Marlon Harrison got 1 more year.
Yeah, I think Zay Flowers is just
That's
really,
he gonna be the one.
really, yeah, for sure.
But see, I was really
That's gonna be the one.
surprised because Seattle took Witherspoon at 5. I don't understand that because
Why?
you could have.
So they showing up the defense.
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
Number
Two-
one,
two
I
more
don't
up.
think he was the best corner in the draft. I think
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is.
Well, he
For real?
dropped to 17.
Yeah,
So.
What's the nigga y'all took?
Forbes.
Y'all was
Forbes.
crazy.
The Commanders.
That's so crazy for you.
Yeah, I didn't like that pick neither.
Why not?
Forbes is good.
That's what I'm
fuck
saying.
the
What was
Forbes.
the stat? Like 1 reception for negative something yards, something crazy like that. Somebody had a stat like that.
He had 16 picks, I think.
Yeah, he had the crazy picks.
And he had
Forbes.
6, and then 6 we went back to the crib.
In the SEC?
That nigga's 166 pounds, bro. It's kind of wild.
But he's tall though, so he can put on the weight. Yeah.
And see,
Comedy.
Pete Carroll like big physical corners. That's what Gonzalez is. Now I just think Witherspoon was a reach at 5.
Because it was 5'11" that they got though.
Yeah, I just think he was a reach at 5. I think you could have got him.
He had Jim Thorpe winner though.
But if Seattle wanted him,
He was a dog.
when we
so-
just
See,
gonna-
I think they could have just moved down and got.
But they
But
wanted
you-
to-
but who-
they
someone-
wanted
He would have been there.
They wanted a scheme guy, bro.
Where were he? But you got
Because he wasn't the number one corner on the board. Joey Porter Jr. was. So
Joey Porter Jr. didn't go to the second round. No.
I'm gonna count him as a first round pick because
And he went.
So you gonna count Will Levis as a first round pick?
we know that
He went back
we
to
know
his
that
childhood
it's 32 picks in
playground.
the draft, and Miami forfeited a pick. So
And
I'm
he
gonna
played
count
for
Joey
Penn
Porter
State.
Jr.
You don't even know if he would have got picked still. So what else?
I think he would have went first round.
Nigga about to
Someone
get
might
coached by
have
a
got back in the
scholar,
first
too, I
round and
think.
picked Will
I
Levis.
think it would have been Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh peaked in the first round though, and they didn't pick Joey Porter Jr. though.
Because you could have still got that. That's what I'm saying. You could have got that value at the corners later down in the draft. You don't have.
But
to,
if he's the best corner,
if
why-
I'm Seattle,
Patriots got Christian Gonzalez.
but that's my. But see, that's my question though.
if I'm Seattle, I'd have took an offensive
He
tackle.
fits them way more than.
I get what you're saying, what you believe they
Any of
need,
these
but my
other
thing
corners
is
that
that
we're naming
if
right
Pete
now.
Carroll decided that that's what he thought the vision of his team was, getting a corner, and he thought Witherspoon was the best
Because Christian
corner,
Gonzalez one of them niggas. You
why
just be
wouldn't
like,
he go grab him?
go do your job.
I just felt like he was a reach.
I mean, listen, we none,
For Seattle, it's
we
not,
won't
though.
know any of this until like a couple years from
For the
now,
defensive
whether it was a
scheme
reach
that
or not.
Seattle plays, it wasn't a reach though.
It's a reach.
They don't have any fucking corners.
Yes, they do. What's my boy? Trey Flowers. And what's the other nigga on the
Did they
other
just
side?
get him?
Yeah.
Them niggas
like
was ass last year.
No, their defense was pretty solid.
No, it was the safeties that was balling.
Yeah, they had a pretty
I would
solid.
say their safeties was
They had pretty solid.
safeties was
overall.
good. Their corners was trash.
I like them, and I like that. I like Seattle.
I say because everybody said it.
I'm
They
gonna
was like,
take
bro, if you want to,
Witherspoon
you want to
And
beat
I
these
thought
niggas,
Detroit-
attack their corners.
What the hell was Detroit doing?
Taking a running back shows you how bad DeAndre Swift is.
Or
Because
maybe
they
they're
took a
reaching.
running back in the first round.
Or maybe they reach. Why don't you think they reach for a running back?
Because I think if they
Might
thought
have said-
DeAndre's first, the kid from Alabama, he's a stud. I'm not gonna lie.
They
He's
got
a stud.
David Montgomery. They literally
Yeah,
signed
but
David
David
Montgomery.
Montgomery, he is more of a third down.
From Chicago?
Yeah.
He more of a third down back. Short goal.
What's up with these niggas having
The
five
other
running
kid
backs?
that they just drafted, he a home run hitter. And he catches the ball at the back. David Montgomery can't catch the
So
ball.
did
And he
DeAndre Swift.
I think DeAndre was going to.
DeAndre Swift
They
can't
wanna
catch.
pay him, bro.
Literally,
did
that's
wanna
what he
pay
was
him.
doing. Literally,
He can't catch.
the
And
first
he
game,
fumbled too much.
literally the
paid
first
Jamal
game of the
Williams,
season
too.
versus the Eagles, he literally caught endless
Listen,
halfback
let me say
routes.
something.
They paid Jamal Williams last year before the
Yeah,
stadium.
but he
Jamal Williams left.
only goal line back
Oh,
though.
he left?
Yeah.
He
Where he
doesn't
at
know.
now?
But the thing is,
I don't know. I
if
don't know if he got
they,
picked up.
first of all, DeAndre Swift, what, 25 maybe?
Yes.
If they take another player at your position that you're starting at in the first round, you're gone, buddy.
And he's gone. He got
And that
traded.
shows you how unproductive
He literally got
and
traded.
bad he's been.
How is
He's been
hold on,
hurt,
hold
though.
on.
He's
Hold
been
on.
hurt more than he's been bad.
He's a
Jamal
dog.
Williams plays for the Saints.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I like that, actually.
That shows you how bad he is.
It's not bad, but
He led the league in
He has
touchdowns last year,
fumbling
didn't he?
issues. I watched the Hard Knocks. Duke Staley was on his ass.
I'm listening.
I just don't think
But
that's a
you-
fair
He
assessment.
wasn't coachable.
I just don't think that's a fair assessment.
DeAndre
Literally,
Swift is a dog.
literally, the
bro.
Packers traded Aaron Rodgers. The Packers drafted Jordan Love in the first round when they had Aaron Rodgers, and then he went on to have
Because
two.
they knew Rodgers was going to be gone. So you got to
Why?
get that ready.
That's what I'm saying. They literally they didn't have they chose to because they were trying to make decisions for the future that literally
Can I
has backfired.
sneak in a quick little thing? Because this is what I want to happen next year, draft. Quasi, Kevin O'Connell, if y'all see this, please take. Go 0-17. Let's get Caleb Williams. That's all I got to say.
I just think like
You're sick,
while
man.
it sounds good, you don't know what's gonna happen, and trying to put all your
Team fucking around with
like
7-0.
I've heard many of people say this for like the last decade and a half. All we need is Andrew Luck. All we need is this person. All we need is this.
That guy, bro.
Once
What
again,
happened?
even when he was there,
This nigga fucking around got a lacerated kidney.
even before all the crazy
But that's all you
injuries,
need.
he was a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Like he at no point was Andrew Luck the best quarterback in football.
He was top 5.
Fine,
But that's
that's
not
a really
number
good
one.
quarterback. It's not. It's
not
not.
number one.
Wasn't
If he
that,
would've
wasn't that,
stayed-
it wasn't that your whole thing about?
If he would've
you can't say
not
you wasn't the
retired
best
and stayed
player
healthy,
at
you
your
know,
position.
moving these goddamn
I'm about to say
goalposts.
your whole thing literally about the time was that you the best.
You ain't gonna
for a
keep
year.
moving these goddamn
Andrew Luck
goalposts.
wasn't so like. What are we doing?
Look,
And top 5, yeah, maybe, but like it
for
was
the bridge quarterbacks to go from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck. You don't get that every year.
I'm not saying he wasn't generational. I'm not saying the 8 years he wasn't there, it wasn't amazing, and he was one of the better quarterbacks in football. But like literally, he didn't win Rookie of the Year because the guy in here had 20 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Like that's something that happened. That's something that's a fact. That is something that happened. Like you saw it, I saw it.
I don't understand the Andrew Luck thing.
It's not. I'm literally telling you a fact. I'm literally saying that he had a better career than RG3.
What I'm saying,
no one is arguing that.
Everybody in this room has watched enough football to know when you see a dude on the screen, you're like, wow.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Caleb Williams is that guy.
And I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is football is not basketball in which it is that simple. Like you say, one player changes the trajectory of everything in that way.
Some of them do though. Michael Vick did.
And what ultimately the Falcons were like kind of a middling team that like their biggest claim to fame is that they got to the NFC title game.
I'll take that. A franchise like mine, I'm Washington fans. I'm pretty sure y'all would take the
Y'all
same
just
thing.
literally.
Over here, man.
Hold on. Literally, y'all was just.
That's the funny thing about Vikings fans saying that y'all were literally just in the NFC title game
6 years ago.
And then the reason why y'all probably are not back there because y'all mortgaged 2017 because y'all mortgaged the future for Kirk Cousins.
Because we needed a quarterback. But
exactly. And he wasn't.
That's your guy.
But there wasn't a guy.
And he wasn't that guy.
But there wasn't a Trevor Lawrence or Andrew Luck kicking in that front door. You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably would have ended up with Jameis Winston. Like,
Jameis Winston came out in like 2015.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying like 2017, 18 is different. Like,
we had Teddy Bridgewater.
Who coming out then? 17,
no, y'all
18.
had what's the white cuz?
Before Kirk, we had Teddy B.
No, but the dude who actually took y'all to the NFC title game.
Oh, Keenan, come on.
Yeah, exactly. And literally everyone was like, "Yo, how about y'all just like
You
go
don't run it back?
How about y'all go get a respectable quarterback? Don't spend.
We did.
No, y'all gave him a fully guaranteed contract for $90 million and treated him like he was.
Is that not a good contract?
Literally, there's been 2 fully guaranteed contracts in the NFL. Deshaun has one, and fucking Kirk Cousins has the other one.
We haven't broken the bank.
Yeah, people don't know. When Kirk Cousins was the first one to do it.
Just because it wasn't for $200 million fucking dollars, people. He got.
I feel like we got Kirk
3 years, 90.
Y'all did not get Kirk on the stage.
What?
We're not paying this dude $50 million. We're not paying him $50 million.
Still?
Yes, you're not paying him $50 million now, but at one point,
doesn't fucking paying
him 35.
like he was the top 3 player in the top 3 quarterback
Y'all
in the
had to
league.
pay him because their dumbasses tagged him twice.
You pay
Exactly.
Like, their dumbasses tagged him twice. So
respect.
you had to pay this nigga a lot of money.
I don't see nobody talking about Ryan Tannehill. He got paid from Tennessee.
Look at them, they're in hell now.
Where are they?
Literally had to
The
go.
7th best to pay him.
But I mean, they did give all his good players away, though.
Literally had to go get Will Levis to be like, God, please do something.
Yo, and they drafted Malik Willis
Last year. In hell.
I knew he was. They are the epitome of a stuff of the law right now in the NFL.
Like, if anybody's in hell, it's them. Like, what?
Like, boy. And their offensive line is in shambles.
They drafted one.
One.
Yeah, it comes from Northwestern.
Yeah. But and then they have a
That was
right.
a good pick.
Yeah, but is that a left tackle or right tackle?
Left tackle.
Okay, so they still need to figure out that right side of the line.
What you call it gone? They let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about NFL teams. NFL teams do shit like let their best player go and AJ Brown, and then be trying to like wonder.
But that's why Ryan Tannehill looks so bad now because all his offensive weapons are.
Hold on.
No.
I don't
First of all,
ever
they got a
want
wide.
Davis,
No.
They got a wide receiver.
No.
What's his name?
Traylon Burks.
There we go.
Also, my
No,
thing.
he's a dog.
Also, here's my thing. I love how people are quick
That's
to be
little
like,
AJ.
"Oh, AJ Brown is gone. Let's feel bad for Ryan Tannehill." But when we've been screaming for years Get Lamar Jackson and everyone's like, he's just not a good quarterback. He's just not a good quarterback.
He can't throw.
Oh, see,
Son, go home, bro.
Go
You
home.
about to leave?
The man threw for
Alright, go
the
home.
man threw 35 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
You stop him from running?
He threw 35 touchdowns in a season. You know that, right?
No. You know how easy it is to catch a
Hold on.
It's time for you to go.
Hold on.
Chuck.
He threw 35 touchdowns in a
It's time for you
season.
to go.
5 yards out.
It is
You
time for
can't
you
do
to
that.
go.
You
It's
can't
time
do
for you to
that.
go, bro.
You can't do that.
You
You
can
can't
go
do that.
safely, okay? Wherever you go, may Allah guide you and bless you. May He safeguard you.
Come on, man.
No, you're
We
wild.
couldn't even get to the NFL, the NBA takes because you've been wild.
Y'all
So
gonna
much.
get to
This
the
shit is
NBA,
ridiculous.
but listen, nobody on Baltimore gonna have over 1,000 yards receiving.
All right, bro. All right, son.
Write it down on a sticky note. On a football season.
Why are you
put it on
doing
the
this,
board.
son? You don't even believe the shit you be saying,
No,
bro.
I'm serious.
No, you're not. You don't believe this shit, Dre.
And that's how he left out. Dre
Right.
crazy.
Nobody on Baltimore's gonna have 1,000 yards. What? Watch them do this in the first 10 games.
Let's finish with some NBA.
Right. We about to roll up again because we gotta get this toxic energy out of here.
Yeah, I got some shit. You can learn my shit.
I was about to roll some of that sprinkle right there. James, how you doing, man? You alright?
Sippy cup activated.
He walked in with the large ginger ale from Outback. He was like, whoa.
So I think some guys in here picked the Bucks to go to the finals.
Oh, wow.
Not some guys, but, sound man. What'd he say? Giannis in 6?
I did say Giannis in 6. Champion.
Jimmy Butler had other plans, evidently.
Well, I hate to bring it to you, buddy.
Let me tell you.
Failure is not an I guess I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't even know what failure means.
I don't know what
listening to him.
failure it means anymore.
Nigga
But
compared himself to Michael Jordan. No, like nigga, that one. When he started winning, he kept winning. Like the reason he didn't win is because he retired and he was young. So
I'm a big fan of the
he's foreign though. We'll
whatchamacallit.
give him a pass. Might mean something different in Greek.
I really feel, I don't feel bad for Giannis, but I do feel like
I feel bad for Drew Holiday.
I kind of feel a way in the sense that Giannis was definitely injured, and I hate when a player is injured
He's forcing himself to play.
not even force himself to play, but gets judged harshly through the lens of what they did while they were injured. If I believe he was fully healthy and he was balling and they still lost, I'd feel differently than knowing like the dude literally missed 2 games.
No, actually, I do feel bad for Giannis. You know why, Chuck?
Why?
Because Budenholzer is his coach.
Yeah, but they said Budenholzer's father died before game. I mean, not father, brother died before game 4. Yeah, right. It really throws off the vibes. That's what I said.
All right.
Yeah, I know. So we have to move on. I'm so serious.
I know. But
I didn't have
just
the
takes
bucks.
away from all my takes now.
I'm listening. I know.
Hey,
Trust
hey.
me. I've had to remix the material myself.
All right, so back to the players on the Bucks.
Nah, Jimmy just went crazy, bro. Like, that's the truth. Jimmy went crazy, and sometimes a guy gets in a bag.
He's been going crazy though, because even the game today,
Yeah.
he had a little run
Look, they
in the
came
fourth
back,
quarter. I was
exactly.
like, wow, bro, like y'all just really letting Jimmy do this.
Came back and got those boys right.
Because they were up, like Shirley was telling me, like when we was at Jasper's, he was like, bro, like they were up like 12. And I was like,
They were?
I was
They were
like,
15 at one point.
who, the Knicks?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
It's like 35-20 at one point.
I was like, what the fuck? He was like, when I left my house, they were up like 12 to 15 points. I was just like, when I got here, they were down 6. And so I was just really shocked and appalled because I was just like, okay, the Knicks are blowing this.
Well, since we got the Bucks out of here, that's one of your predictions. Who was your finals prediction?
Celtics.
You had Celtics Warriors again?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, yes, I had Sixers Warriors. We've just seen the Warriors do the business that they needed to do. They have made it to the semifinals of the Western Conference Finals. They will play my Lakers.
After game one, I was that's why I wanted game one to be the day for the Celtics game because I was going to explain why I think the Celtics and the Warriors is going to be a repeat, but I got to see game one of how the 76ers come out.
So Embiid may or may not play. They say he's doubtful.
Look at that.
I'm very, very interested in how that series goes. I've seen the Hawks get a couple games off the off the Celtics, and that makes me believe that
One in Boston too.
Maxey and Harden, if playing well, can give these guys something to run for, because I think those guys
I think Brogdon
are great players.
I think Brogdon and Smart are two bigger guards and better defensively, and that's a better matchup for that series. But I can see that though.
I like it. I also feel as though there's a certain shot making ability that I saw that the Hawks were able to provide in the games that they won, that I somewhat feel we can replicate with Maxey, Melton, Tobias, Tucker, and a few other cats hitting timely threes.
DeAndre Hunter surprised me in that series.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though Tobias Harris can play that type of the same role. He played outstanding in the first round versus the Nets.
Definitely shocked me.
So, does he have another one in
I'm
him?
going to say, I don't know if that goes to matchup or... Cause I don't even
That's
know,
true.
I don't even know who the fuck was checking him, honestly.
Does he have two in him?
I don't know.
I'm curious.
He might. His paycheck said he do. I don't know fuck.
I'm very, very curious.
His contract definitely said he do.
I'm very, very curious. My Lakers, I'm so happy for the Lakers.
Yeah, I'm happy y'all got the Warriors instead of the Kings. Because them young niggas is going to run the shit out y'all. It's going to look like LA Fitness.
I texted someone the other day that my heart tells me Lakers, but my mind definitely has said Warriors. It just makes no sense how the Lakers... Listen, if this Lakers team was the team... If the Lakers team they had after the trade deadline and shit was the team they started with in November, I might have picked the Lakers to win the whole thing. Because this team is far better constructed now than it was to start the season. Take away Russell Westbrook and all that, just as like there's more rebounding, there's more playmaking depth outside of LeBron that both plays with LeBron and when LeBron goes to the bench. I think that's a big thing. Like if you can only play without the ball when LeBron isn't on the court, that's kind of not valuable because the biggest asset is LeBron James. So I just think the team flows a lot better now. I just don't think a team that flows a lot better that came together this late with their own without a lot of depth and their main two players being a 38-year-old dude who's still 38 and a guy who at any second is 2 seconds away from being broken.
Yeah, like he was flipping in Game 6, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was so yeah. I just don't have full trust in the Lakers.
Like, what did he do? Fall on his tailbone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I would love to see them I would love to see them come up.
Yeah, broke his ass, y'all.
I think the Lakers have everything it takes. They got the superstar. They play defense. And at least in the Memphis series, they show they can hit shots. They hit a lot of big shots in the Memphis series. Let's see if they'll do it again.
That boy AR-15, crazy.
The Nuggets are up 1-0 on the whatchamacallit.
Who that is?
Son.
There we go.
I'm actually very, very confused about the Nuggets because they're number one seed.
Hey, I just like to point out this is the first time anybody on this podcast has talked about the Nuggets.
Nah, the thing that confuses me about them is that they're number one seed, and I don't want to say we overlook, but we don't tend to care about them as an actual threat.
Don't give a damn about them.
And I wonder, is it because we don't believe that Nikola and Jamal are enough, or do we think everyone else is better? And I'm really
I'm on that everyone else is better get bandwagon.
and that's what I'm kind of curious as to how can we really say that when they're the number one seed, they're the team that has the.
Because in the playoffs, it's just like we've seen this before. Like we always
But
talk
have
about
we
we've seen them. Like y'all had the MVP.
But have we seen that with Jamal Murray? Yes, that was in the bubble.
Yeah,
and he's been hurt, so we haven't.
We've seen him do that in the bubble. Like
This
so
was his first road playoff game, I think.
And it's like
or like whatever in game, some shit.
So it's just like it's cool, but it's just like prove it type shit. Like because I think it's more so just like people are tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, no, I'm with to prove it. I think the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets and the Sixers have the most to
just prove that shit, bro.
To prove.
Yeah, nigga. I'm tired of talking about y'all picking y'all niggas, bro. Prove that shit. Do it.
But
like if Jokic's that serious, and if Jamal Murray, like if y'all really say he this type of bucket, then yeah, prove it to me. Like show me. Like that's what I was talking about with the Warriors thing. Everybody talking about like these niggas like, come on, bro. Like I think they gonna be tired and all this and all that and blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, like until somebody beats these niggas and proves to me that they can do this, because every year it's a young team in the West that y'all say about to get them out of here, and that shit don't happen. Like it hasn't happened yet. Like last year it was the fucking Grizzlies. Last 2 years it was the Grizzlies. This year it's the Kings. It's just like, bro, like okay, the shit's adorable, but like let's be real here. Like what the kids be saying, Charles. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be fucking for real, okay? The nigga just dropped 50 in Game 7 on the away team on the away court, cuz in the jump. They so bad on the road and shit, huh? Right? They so bad on the road, huh? My man said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give y'all this 50 ball on your dome ski, and you going to go ahead and hold that. And Lakers, we on the way. And the fact that these niggas are only playing in California for the first 2 rounds is a little bit of cheating to me. But you know what? Hey, I ain't devised it. But back to the original question I had, the Denver Nuggets. They got to do something for me, Charles. They got to show me, cuz. I like it though. They did very well in Game 1. I like the way they played. Jamal Murray did his thing. Joker gonna be Joker always. But yeah, I like the way. I want to see everybody else do something like the Jamal Murrays, and I don't even know who the fuck else.
Jamal Murray had 34 last game.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him to continue that though. And then you know what I'm saying? What's his boy name with the broke back? Michael Porter Jr. There we go. Yeah, need him to do something. Because everybody was hyping him up where he was at. We was at Mizzou, right? Yeah, so it was just like,
oh yeah,
it's just a bunch of niggas. I need, hey bro, prove it to me, cause now we do something. Y'all weed not even that good. It's real dry.
Let me get it straight. You got any baseball takes? Cause I think that's all the teams. Suns.
How you feel about this Suns?
I think the Suns are a decent team. I think they're a team that lacks depth, and I think they're a team that, at any point, they've played with Kevin Durant, I think 14 games, maybe 15. At any point in the season, if you've only played 15 games with
because they were 8-0 going into the playoffs, so I think this might be their 14th game coming up. So I think they're 13. So 13 now.
Yeah. So if you, like I said, if you go in with that mindset, it's kind of hard for me to. I don't know. But the Suns, like that's to me. I feel as though they're all in with like, yo, we're trying to put this thing together and we're gonna do it on the fly. And as much as like it's just basketball, it's still professional basketball. And I don't think you can put together something in this kind of...
Can't coach chemistry, my man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys literally just got together like 3 weeks ago. And they got... And like, what I think I was about to say is that at any point in the NBA season, this will kind of be the lag. This is where you maybe experiment with rotations. Kevin Durant plays this, does this, you know,
You can't
things.
really do that.
And you maybe get to play a team that's coming off a back-to-back. You get to play the worst playoffs. You get to da-da-da. They're gonna have to make all these adjustments on the fly.
Hey boys, we're going to Sacramento tomorrow. KD, you're at center.
In the NBA playoffs. When a team's whole purpose is to be focused and game plan specifically for you and what they think can help you be not at your best. So literally for the next 7 days, 10 days, all the Nuggets are worried about is how to stop Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton.
Do you like Ayton?
I think Ayton gets a bad rap, but he can play better.
Okay.
That's a fact. I don't think he's soft or anything. I just don't think he plays. I think if he had his own team in which he was the focal point, you would see a different type of game style from him.
Okay, so the Aiden that they talked about before he got into the league type of thing.
Yeah, I think he has the ability when and at times to be a very dominant big man.
It's not hard to play inside out with them type of niggas that they got.
I think if it was just Chris Paul, it's fine.
Yeah,
you add
Booker.
Chris Paul, Booker, and see the KD thing is where I think it gets nuts because Booker and KD, unlike Steph, who's more of like a point guard.
Booker is a shooting guard who recently has realized he has a great ability to also play make.
Facilitate.
So with him getting more into the facilitating bag, it
Maybe helps KD more. But if you're going to facilitate to the wings more often than not, it doesn't really help Ayton.
At all.
If-
He's just waiting for offensive rebound.
Exactly. If Booker was doing more in which the pin downs have him going down towards the rim and throwing oops for Ayton, then I'd be like, maybe. But a lot of it is him in pick and roll at the top, breaking down the defense and fighting. Maybe Katie on the wing, maybe a Kogi in the corner.
Or settling for that mid-range
Maybe,
jump shot.
or maybe somebody that, crashing towards the basket on a later dive. So, yeah. I just think
And they kind of lack that now because they got rid of Cam Johnson and Markel Bridges.
Yeah, there's no more standout 3-point shooting on their team anymore. So I'm just worried about
No slashers cutting to the bucket for real.
man. I think I'm worried about.
You know what? That's why I never talked about the fucking Denver Nuggets.
If they can make it happen.
Offense. I hate it. Unless Joker is like actually the one playing point in a half court, it's a lot of fucking one-on-one.
Yeah, but that's the NBA about. About can you beat your man 1-on-1 and get a bucket?
Yeah, no, I dislike it a lot. It's so cringeworthy. It's just like, bro, we're really watching this. And that's why I don't be getting mad when the old niggas be like, there's a lot of bad basketball being played. Like, it's entertaining as fuck, don't get me wrong. But it's, like, I think that's more so why. But I can't really say that, because it's just like, my nigga, I stopped playing basketball in recreational league, so the fuck am I going to say? Oh, yeah, this is some bad basketball.
Knicks Heat. Knicks are down 0-1 to the Heat.
Are they going to do it? The one team that we all thought was not going to make it this far.
The thing about the Heat that kind of intrigues me is that
I fucking hate their fans.
that part. But I think what intrigues me the most about the Heat is that their literal best player is a guy who just becomes like a top 10 player after the season ends.
It's fucking Michael Jordan when the season ends.
So it's not like the Heat, like, for example, if we had switched Bucks, Heat as far as 1 seed or 8 seed, the Heat were the 1, the Bucks were the 8. I think a lot of people would have picked that upset because Giannis is seen as a true superstar. That moves the needle.
I'm not saying I see Jimmy as a true superstar, but
I don't think he isn't, but I don't think the consensus is because if it was in the playoffs, I think his first, if I just use like the gambling, I think his first game, his over under was like 20 something, like 21, 22. If you just take into account how good he's been over the last 4 years as a playoff performer, there's no way you would put that low. It would have to be at like 25.
Yeah.
But if you don't think of him as a superstar,
if you want to reach for a 28,
I'm about to say, but if you don't want to see him as a superstar, just as a really good player, maybe a Friends top 10 cat.
I think they go off of season averages. That's why when it comes to the playoff shit. But it's just like the Miami Heat is literally one of those teams where it's just like we're going to stick to the Miami Heat script for the regular season, and then when it gets to the playoffs, we know what the fuck we need to do. Give the ball to Jimmy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it seems like the plan.
Jimmy's going to get
much of a plan.
Well, Jimmy's going to get fucking going, like at one point. And it's just like, just strap up and...
That's a nasty plan. But see, that's the thing about it.
That's what it seems like they do, though.
It seems to be more...
For the last 4 years, it seems like that's been the plan.
The plan has been Jimmy Butler...
Jimmy needs some help, though.
Is the best player on the court, right? And that's an actual decent basketball plan, in my opinion. If you have the best player on the court, deciding...
Because we always talk about basketball is the only game where one player can dictate the outcome, right?
If you feel as though you have that guy on the court, then you should plan around that. And I feel as though in all the series they've been in the last couple of years, I don't know if the Heat don't believe they have the best player in the series.
And especially when it comes to matchups. Because the actual position that you think the person that's going to be checking him, Jimmy's eating that man alive. Giannis too big to guard him for real. Drew Holiday too small.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think they even see it like that. I think they see it like, he's a better player.
No, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally, like, I'm thinking like that. Like, they literally just like, bro, like, Jimmy, go ham. Like,
that's nasty, but...
What get what the Rangers be saying? 4-1 flat? 1-4 flat? That's his play they used to run with the Wizards? 1-4 flat? Basically an ISO pick and roll with an option in it. We already know the option is Baja.
At what point, if the Celtics don't win, do we start having questions about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
My thing would be, after this season, who would you move?
I'm just really curious because if they get, let's say they get back to the finals, that'll be 2 finals in back-to-back years. That'd be, I think for Jason Tatum, 5 conference finals.
Yeah.
2017, 18, 20, 22, 23. That'd be 5 conference finals, 2 NBA finals, and no ring to show for it.
Thank God Danny Ainge isn't there. He would have been moved that nigga.
So I'm just curious. I'm curious. At what point do you keep knocking on the door?
You're going to Cleveland, buddy.
Do you keep knocking on the door before somebody says, something needs to change? You got anything for that?
If they lose, if they don't make it to the jump this year, or if they do make it that far, as my prediction, then yeah, I feel like, and they lose, especially if they lose to the Warriors again. Well, if they lose, period, then yeah, I really feel like they splitting some shit up. Either Jaylen Brown is moving. I don't see them really getting rid of Tatum, but I can definitely see them parting ways with Jaylen. And I feel like that is going to be sad because I feel like that's a tandem I feel like they should really keep together. They should get Al Horford the fuck out of here.
Al Horford's done. He's might retiring.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I'm just like, but he shouldn't have been here for like the last 4 years either, Chuck.
I mean,
he's also
seems
been
to
on the
have been a
squad.
big help in some series.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
guess.
curious about this.
It's cute.
What happens if they...
Even if they win, I feel like they might break up the squad.
What happens if they get to the finals? They lost in 6 last year. Let's say they get to the finals and they just get mollywopped. Let's say they play the Warriors again.
Get swept.
Not swept, but 5 gentlemen sweep. Warriors beat them in 5. And it's like...
Gentlemen sweep as in the Warriors lose 1 and then win the next 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they break it up.
It's getting broken.
Because why keep it together?
Yeah, it's getting broken.
What more can you do?
Well, you could be like, yo, we just went against the dynasty of all dynasties.
That's one. So you can also add the coaching shit, but that wasn't the issue all year until now.
You could say we had to fire the guy who we thought was going to lead us for the future, and then we got this new cat who, hey, this is two first-year coaches back-to-back.
Does your team have the same motivation? Because they've done this, Jason Tatum, as you said, they've done this almost 5 times.
Yeah, I mean, but they haven't finished it. But theoretically, they wouldn't have had gotten the job done yet.
Was Brogdon hurt?
That's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of things.
I feel like Brogdon was hurt for the beginning of the year.
I think there's a lot of things to caveat if it doesn't go. But I just see it like this. When I look around, I
personally wouldn't break it up, but I feel like they're going to break it up.
I'm not sure that you can even recreate that or make it better. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, or if not the best duo in basketball right now, they're the most consistent.
They're definitely two of the best.
Steph and
two of the best wing players in basketball, bar none.
Steph and Clay might have the pedigree.
That's the best backcourt. But these niggas,
I said duo, just duo. Steph and Clay might have the pedigree and the rings. KD and Book might just have the hype, so it might be
these niggas ain't even got a season together.
But the consistency over the last 5 years
on both sides of the ball,
it's Tatum and Brown
because they play D and they ball.
If you have it and they don't, then you strip it down to what? But even if you strip it down, you're probably going to bring back the same exact pieces in Marcus Smart and Malcolm Brogdon. So then you're just going to do the same thing.
I mean, the only thing they're missing for real is that 4 and 5 and the
Robert Williams. I think this all
Robert Williams being hurt, bro.
It's Robert Williams' health. I think no matter what happens this year, if you go into the next year with a healthy Robert Williams, you say someone beat this team, and then we'll make the change we need to make.
Yeah, because I like that boy.
Because without being beat with all the other pieces around those two fully stopped, I think it would be a hard decision to say this didn't work. Mm-hmm. Right now it's up in the air, I think, in my opinion. Now, let's say they get bounced in this round to the Sixers, and then B doesn't play a game or two. That's a different story. But
yeah, we got to talk about that.
We'll see what happens. Any other takes?
I think you took mine right off the table as soon as I was about to say it. If they get bounced in this round, because that was going to be my rebuttal. But, yeah, I think they got to. I wouldn't break up the squad right now because I feel like Robert Williams is definitely, his health is a big impact. Because I really feel like that's why I brought up Al Horford, honestly. Because I really feel like if there was a healthy Robert Williams this whole year, Al Horford really probably wouldn't even be starting or would getting as many minutes as he's getting. But because him coming off the bench at the age and the things that he provides, I'm not saying he doesn't do anything, because he definitely be hitting that corner 3 crazy, that top of the 3 crazy. You know what I'm saying? He still get you at least 6 to 8 boards a game, shit like that. So solid.
I just think.
But
they need 1 or 2 more pieces.
I honestly feel like they just need.
I don't know what they are.
I feel like they got the squad. They're just lacking the health, and they need a point guard, That's why I really like Brogdon, but I feel like the Brogdon situation, like he just getting there, and then they had a coaching switch, and I don't feel like he was actually healthy all year either, so that played a part. It's just like, you know, but it's basketball at the end of the day, so like you gotta make that shit work. Next man up.
And they got niggas like Derek White, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Derek White, he a hooper.
So, you know what I'm saying? He played both sides.
Honestly, Derek White is why I can't see them winning. No, I like Derek White. He's done so much better. But like last year, what was I kept telling you?
I was just talking about pieces, Charles.
You got Pritchard, White, and Grant Williams coming off your bench. I don't care who else is playing. You're not beating the Warriors. And I look at that bench this year.
The same fucking guys.
I see Brogdon, Williams, and that's about it. On their bench. And Robert Williams. I see Robert Williams, Grant Williams, and Brogdon.
So White starts now?
Yeah. Hauser be shooting sometimes, but that doesn't scare me. So, yeah. I mean.
I'm definitely going to see them winning. Almost by a dub, bro.
That's it. Anybody got any more basketball takes?
No, you asked me about baseball though, right?
Yeah, only thing I got is that the Rays are amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Orioles playing really good ball right now.
Yeah, they in the battle for I think it was.
They're second in the AL East last time I checked.
Yeah, but I was talking about like some legality shit with the.
Oh yeah, with Massa.
Yeah, the Beltway series.
Yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to that.
It's a lot of money.
I heard they're gonna keep going back and forth in court. So
yeah, it's a lot of money that's on the table
out of my purview.
For sure.
But
because they want to keep it on Madison, so it's like it still broke. It still go to like the free people of Brooklyn, but like ESPN, you know, the big wigs want to step in that shit. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, out of my purview.
For
I
sure.
don't really much care. But like I said, I'm very much so here for seeing if, because you know the Bruins. Did the Bruins advance? I know they were in the Game 7.
Let's see.
Because they had the best record and they scored the most points in hockey this season.
Yeah, they had a historical season.
And they were in the Game 7 as the number 1 seed.
The Bruins did advance. They're playing currently.
They're playing currently?
Yeah, Game 7 right now.
Yes. Are they losing?
Yeah. Panthers are up 1-0 at the end of the first.
Yo, so the Bruins might lose Game 7 after having that historic season, 65 points, 65 wins.
Yeah.
I forget how many points.
I'm about to check now.
But they had that historic season, and they ultimately might lose. Last time we had a team do this,
135 points.
Last time we had a team do this was the Warriors, 73 wins.
Damn, 135 points.
My question is,
damn,
will something like the Bruins be something that subconsciously affects a team?
82 games.
Different sport, but does it affect a team like the Rays where they're like, man, maybe jumping out to like winning 100 games isn't what we're here for this season. Like maybe when we get to middle of June, July, middle of June, early July, we start thinking of ways to rest people and, doing all the little shit that teams hopefully do to, ensure that they have the maximum chance of winning. I'm just curious, but that's my own little baseball take because I love what the Rays are doing so far.
To the hockey question, no, I don't think it will really affect their legacy and all of that because it's been so long since it happened in that sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and this team is just like crazy when it comes to names as well, allegedly. So no, I don't think it'll affect them at all. But from the city of Boston, the city is champions. I feel like they will hold it in a certain like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they'll hold it in a certain way. But no, in my eyes, no way. Like after just reading that, I was just like, no, 135 points, 62 wins, or whatever they did. Like, bro, like, and they only had 5 draws or some shit. That's pretty crazy. So, no, in my eyes, no way. But if they win tonight, if they actually go on and win the chip, though, my golly, this might be one of the best seasons in sports. It might be one of the best seasons in sports that we've seen personally in my lifetime. In baseball, I like what the Rangers are doing right now. Nothing crazy. I think we had a good start. We had a good preseason as well. So, spring training.
But we're 30 games into the season.
No, I'm already sharp, but it's also 100 some games into the fucking jump. So.
We're 30 games talking about some preseason.
Yeah, but that adds into it because this is the first time we talked about baseball. So, but yeah, shout out to Rangers. That's my squad. Nationals trash. So, but yeah, shout out to Orioles though, because after it was like 3 years ago they was trash, and then now they one of the best teams in the jump. So yeah.
Shout out to Cubs. That's all I got. Enough baseball. I love the Rays. I love what they're doing. And see you later, guys.